As winter settles across the South, a familiar holiday magic awakens. Here at Talladega, the season is celebrated a little differently, with horsepower, harmony, and the spirit of Christmas. Because even in the season of giving, winning is still the greatest gift. Merry Christmas from the Doghouse Racing League to you.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, we are back. Welcome to the Merry Christmas 300 here at Talladega Super Speedway tonight for a special Christmas edition of the Doghouse Racing League here live on Doghouse Racing TV. Thank you all so much for joining here with us tonight. My name is Hunter Foley. I'm up here in the booth with my broadcast partner, Jonathan Smith. And we are excited to be up here and bringing you all this racing action here tonight. It is going to be a good one. It is going to be a long one, and we are excited to see how this thing goes. Before we get over to all the racing action, as our guys are just now finishing up their practice before we get over to qualifying. I want to thank our wonderful sponsors who made this race possible here tonight. I want to give a special shout out tonight to Trackside NASCAR Outlet. Trackside NASCAR Outlet is a licensed, Trackside NASCAR Outlet is a licensed Lionel Racing dealer, and they offer products from Windcraft, Cap Smith, Brand Art Helmet Dealer, United Lifestyle Brands, and JH Designs. They carry a full line of die-casts, Cup, Xfinity, Craftsman Truck Series, everything mini replica helmets, decals, etc. They stock everything NASCAR. Be sure to check out their website at tracksidenascaroutlet.com, or you can check them out in store at 132 North Carlton Street in Farina, Illinois. Thank you to Trackside NASCAR Outlet for being a sponsor of the Merry Christmas 300 here in the Doghouse Racing League. Also want to give a special shout out tonight to Butt Kicker. If you haven't yet, be sure to check out their website at thebuttkicker.com to look at the very best in sim racing haptics, trusted by not only professionals, but the everyday driver as well. I can promise you, whatever you find on their website and pick up, you will not be sorry. Thank you to Butt Kicker for being a sponsor tonight for the Merry Christmas 300. We appreciate them very, very much. And then a little self shout out here at the very beginning. Nap Daddy Racing, for those that don't know, myself and John up here in the booth make up a company called Nap Daddy Racing. We do not just do broadcasting. We originally started as an iRacing design shop, expanded to try to be your one-stop shop for any and all of your iRacing needs. Check out the website at napdaddyracing.com. For any and all of your custom design, template, or logo needs, be sure you grab some of the free content available there as well. And even if you're not into iRacing, grab a t-shirt, grab a hat, grab a sticker, help support the brand. Check us out here on Doghouse Racing TV for the upcoming Cup Series season on Thursday nights, our own channel on Monday nights for Nap Daddy Racing League Season 2, and live on TikTok as often as we can. Special shout out to all the sponsors here tonight. We are going to be giving away some cool prizes tonight, courtesy of our sponsors, so want to make sure we give them an extra special shout out for making this race possible here tonight. I just want to shout out everybody in the chat for joining with us here on this fine Thursday, December evening. It is cold outside, but it is warm on the track. I want to wish everybody out there, both from the Doghouse Racing TV and from Nap Daddy Racing, want to wish everybody a very Merry Christmas and a Happy Holidays and a Happy New Year. So it's going to be a little bit early, but probably won't speak to most of you before the holidays roll around. So very Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Hope everyone has a happy, healthy, and safe holiday season, and hope that old Sandy Claus is very good to each and every one of you. Already got BMAC in the comments. Welcome back, Hunter and Jonathan. Missed you guys. Have fun tonight. Andrew, number 12, and all Team BMP. Definitely expect to see them have a good night out here tonight. We have seen so many times the success that Team BMP can have at super speedways. We also got Tila22 saying, let's go Nate, number 97, pulling for the number 97 machine of Nathan Lawrence. As we start to check out some of these cars out on the track, you will start to notice that some people are running some very different schemes to normal as part of the Merry Christmas 300. We are also doing a competition for these guys for an ugly sweater car and a best Christmas car. So you will see some of these guys out here with their Christmas schemes out here trying to bring some festivity to the season. John, I know you did a few of the paints that are out here on the track tonight, so we're going to be sure to check all of those out. I know the guys are going to be voting for it internally, but be sure you chime in the comments. Let us know what your favorite Christmas paint is out here on the track tonight. And as always, even though it's just for fun, get loud in the comments. Make sure you like, subscribe. Don't miss any of the action that's going to be upcoming here on Doghouse Racing TV. Here on your drivers, let them know whether their Christmas paint's the best, whether their Christmas paint's the worst, which in some cases the worst is the best one. And give them a cheer. We are in for a long night of racing here at Talladega, so it is going to be a good night. But with all that being said, I think it's about time that I shut up and turn it over to my broadcast partner, Jonathan Smith, to say something intelligent about what's going on tonight. John, take it away. Good to be back up here in the booth with you, buddy.
Yeah, it's actually really good to be back. Haven't been back in a second, you know. Got to get used to this whole broadcasting thing. Had a little switch up with the desk in our off season that we had here, so still getting used to the new screens I got up and trying to make some things better. But excited to be out here at Talladega for a 300-mile race. Before we get too much further, I want to put some race info for you here for this Merry Christmas 300. These guys are going to be going around this 2.66 mile track for 300 miles. How many laps is that going to get us, Hunter? Oh, I'm sorry. How many laps will that get us, Hunter? Forgot my talkback mic was off.
You're all good. How many laps are we doing tonight?
Yes, for 300 miles there.
We are doing 113 laps tonight, which is 300 miles.
Yes, sir. 300 miles. All them laps. Going to be a long race. Going to be a fun one. Going to be one that you really have to buckle in and mind your P's and Q's while you're going around this track here. And how you qualify is not going to be how these guys finish. I think you're going to see a lot of the guys that start in the back end up near the front, and vice versa. Some guys in the front are going to end up in the back. So a lot of fun racing going to happen, especially these last few laps and round stages and cautions and stuff like that. It's going to be a lot of fun, but excited to get this thing started as we do have our grid about to get here on the track.
Yeah, they're about to get gridded up as we just finish up qualifying. Just a couple notes about the race here for tonight. And again, as John mentioned, we are doing 113 laps, which is 300 miles. So we are going to be here for a while. So make sure you pop your popcorn, get your hot chocolate ready, or whatever your winter beverage of choice is, and get ready for a good night of racing. But these guys are going to be racing on 100% fuel here tonight. So going to be getting the full capacity in the gas tank, which you don't normally do in the typical Doghouse Racing League seasons. They're going to have 5 sets of tires in the pits. So they're going to have the one that is on their car, and then they're going to have 5 additional in the background. They are also going to have 1 fast repair. Again, not something that we normally have in the Doghouse Racing League, but want to make sure it's a festive race. Trying to come out here, have a good time, have some fun. So you will get one, call it a do-over, if something happens out here at Dega, as it is bound to. Fast repair, for those that don't know, in iRacing. Basically, you get to come down pit road, and it'll fix whatever's wrong with your car in the amount of time that it would take to just have a normal pit stop. So it'll be very interesting to see. And then, like John said, we will have competition cautions tonight at lap 30 and lap 65. And we do have a little bit of fun stuff planned, which we will talk about a little bit more here in just a little bit. And then I believe we up here at Nap Daddy Racing are going to be giving a little something away too. So we'll talk about all that here in just a little bit, but we are about ready to get gridded up and get over to the racing here at Dega.
Let's see if we can get a good old grid going here. I believe Kevin Hash is going to be starting on your inside row with that pole position, but I'll let you do the honor, sir.
That is correct, sir. You're going to have that 03 machine of Kevin Hash starting on the front row. Second place is going to go to Andrew St. Cyr here tonight. Third place is going to be the 87 car of Raymond Rittenauer. Bill Hull going to be starting in fourth place tonight. Kevin Thompson going to be starting fifth. Mike Samia going to be starting in sixth place tonight. Brandon Lopez in that 20 car starting in seventh. Jamie Horn starting in eighth place tonight. Got that new number, the 48, on the car now. Bruce Martin going to be starting in ninth. Eric Warman going to be rounding out your top 10 here tonight. Tyler Millette going to be starting in 11th. Nathan Lawrence going to be starting 12th here tonight. Justin McMahon starting 13th. 29 car of Britt McCoy starting 14th. Gary Armijo going to be starting 15th here tonight. Mark Dumont starting in 16th place. 17th place going to Gary Clune. Richard Leclerc is going to be starting at 18th. That will end your drivers who qualified. After that, it will go off of iRating. So 19th place, we're going to have Josh Cully. 20th place, we're going to have Adam Gardner. Daniel Wilkerson going to be starting in 21st. Matthew Smith going to be starting 22nd. And Bill Gentry going to be rounding out your field tonight. 23 drivers for the Merry Christmas 300 here at Dega. Bill Gentry going to round them out, but like John said, Dega is a cruel, cruel mistress sometimes, and I do not expect to see this field look exactly the way it does at the end of this race. Got Sandra Horn in the comments. Merry Christmas to everybody. Good luck, Jamie Horn. Number 48, Mr. Grinch. Got K Doggy in here as well saying, what's up, Kevin. Merry Christmas to you as well, Sandra. We are about to get this thing underway here for what is going to be a really, really fun night of racing. So with having this long race here tonight, John, as you see that pace car come off, you expect to see a lot of action here early, or you expect to see these guys take it easy? We are about to find out here. Pace car makes the hard left turn. These guys are lined up. They are gridded up. We are getting ready to get things going. The green flag is in the air for the Merry Christmas 300. Welcome back to racing. Welcome back to Doghouse Racing TV. We are underway. Double file racing that is so common at Talladega. Everyone's trying to figure out their line right now, trying to settle in.
Ooh, Lopez down to the bottom of the track.
Brandon Lopez already below that yellow line, like you just said. I didn't see him get loose. He might have gotten loose, but the way he kind of brought that back up there, that almost looks like it was calculated.
Yeah, I want to be careful trying to re-enter the racetrack, especially there in the corners, especially with this banking. You could definitely tear that splitter up, damage your race car early on. Not sure if you just had a bad bump or what. But going back to your previous question, I think you're going to see these guys go double file for a little bit, realize that one line's pushing better than the other, and probably in about 30 laps, everybody I think will be about single file. Just trying to mind their P's and Q's, keep it safe, got to make it to the finish.
That's going to be the biggest thing, especially with doing 113 laps here tonight at Dega. I mean, that's significantly longer than what we would typically do in your general Doghouse Racing League season race. So these guys are really going to be experiencing a lot of stuff that they don't typically run into in the league. I mean, you're going to have to pit more times. You've got a way different fuel capacity. You've got 5 sets of tires. And you got that fast repair, which is obviously really great, but already 3 wide up there at the front.
Lawrence is going to try to follow him right through.
Kind of speaking of that fast repair, though, it's one of those things where it's great to have, but as I think I can attest to now that I've gotten behind the wheel a little bit, sometimes one fast pair is not enough at Talladega. Looking right at that low side stand, really even right now, really maintaining speed. Looks like they're maintaining pace really well. Seeing a lot more shuffling going on in that outside lane. Seeing people kind of dipping back in from being in that middle lane when they were 3 wide. Seeing a couple guys on the high side now. Looks like it's going to be Adam Gardner and Gary Clune going to try to start that high side lane. We do have a new race leader for right now. That's going to be the number 12 car of Andrew St. Cour. Nathan Lawrence in the 97 going to be down there on the low side. He's going to be that first car on the low side. I believe pushing up top on Andrew St. Cour, that's going to be the 29 car of Brent McCoy.
Medium right, got Richard Leclerc right behind him with teammate Dumont. Trying to push through, get some good teamwork going. Kind of characteristic of what we see that BMP team here quite often when we come to these super speedways.
We are about to be 4 wide here, right there. Eric Warman, look, he was trying to get his nose in there, get a good run. He had a nose in there for a second. Back out of the 4 wide, see him shuffle around again. Eric Warman jumps back just a little bit, trying to avoid it a little bit. Andrew St. Cour still up at the front of this thing, being pushed by Brent McCoy. That 14 car, Mark Dumont up there as well. Nathan Lawrence looks like he's gone to the high side now.
You saw those sparks coming off the back of Eric Warman's car. I think that's just a product of having a fresh car out here with a very full fuel tank. That's really hard to say. Going to weigh down that car a little bit and cause that diffuser to go back in to scrape as they go through those corners. And I think as the run goes on, you'll see those sparks kind of go away. But that also causes a little bit of trouble if somebody gets up right behind you. It can get you very loose if they fly up behind you too quick with the rear end lifting up.
Nathan Lawrence now in your race lead, being pushed by Andrew St. Cour. Going to have Andrew St. Cour right behind him. Eric Norman going to be in 3rd place now. Going to have to go to the low side right there. Oh, and there's our first wreck.
It's going to be Bill Hull in the Phoenix Racing car. Going to bring out a caution on lap 7. And I'm sorry, I'm trying not to hit this mic with my other mic, but it's going to happen 100 times with this new setup.
Lily Gary Armijo, Brandon Lopez had to make a big dodge there. Bill Hull going to take some damage there. We had a couple guys tried to almost go down pit road to try to dodge that.
See if we can pull up a replay here, if I can go back far enough.
While you're doing that, got some more comments. K-Doggy saying good luck to all. Got Sean Thompson in the comments saying car is sharp and fast. Kevin, honored you made that Dodgers car, you being a Braves fan. Now let's go and go Dogs. I mean, as a Braves fan, I am pretty happy with the moves we made over the last couple days. And as a South Carolina fan, I'm very displeased with our season.
Ooh.
But hope that Georgia goes on and has a good postseason here. And then Brandon Trush in the comments saying, let's go ESR, rooting on his teammates there.
That looked like that's going to be between Adam Gardner and Richard Leclerc is what's going to start that off there. Looking at that 117 car at the top of your screen, right above the 56 of Adam Gardner. Leclerc tries to squeeze back down, not clear just yet. That's going to capture Bill Hull. It looks like Jamie Horton in his new car, the 48 machine, right there involved. Kevin Hash gets around. That's Ray Rittenauer getting around. I'm trying to keep up with all these new paint schemes tonight. Oh, Bill Gentry. I've got to go back
I heard
and watch this from Bill's point of view.
I heard Bill Gentry and Jamie Horn both come over the radio trying to check and see if they had damage. I think it was a narrow miss for both of them.
Yeah, let's ride along with Bill here. I think Bill just did clip him, but not by much. What a move by Bill there.
It's like Jamie Horn spending a little extra time on pit road here. Bill Hull also still down on pit road. Well, we have a little break in the action. You heard us talk about the sponsors of the race here earlier on, talk a little bit about what they are doing to put a little extra skin in the game tonight for the Merry Christmas 300 here on Doghouse Racing TV. Once again, shout out to Butt Kicker and to Trackside NASCAR Outlet for being sponsors here tonight. So you will see during our competition cautions, we will have a wheel that will randomly spin and select one of these drivers, where they will then have a choice to pick a gift from one of our sponsors. It will either be a Butt Kicker Gamer Plus courtesy of Butt Kicker, or a 1/24th Arc Standard Finish diecast courtesy of Trackside NASCAR Outlet. The guys will have their choice of what they want to pick, but once again, huge shout out to those guys for not only helping out so much during the season, but also put a little something in the game for the boys here on the Merry Christmas race, a little extra Christmas gift in there. And then I know from us over here at Nap Daddy Racing, and by from us at Nap Daddy Racing, I mean John, since he's the one that does the designs, the winner of the race here tonight at Talladega will also win a free custom paint courtesy of Nap Daddy Racing. You can actually catch a couple of Nap Daddy Racing paints not only during the regular season, but a couple of these Christmas themes. I know you've been in the lab here the last couple of days, John, working on some Christmas paints for some of these guys.
Yeah, we got some time. Let's check them out. Give ourselves a little pat on the back here. First one, looks like we got two of them right on the front row, and you hear Jamie Horn always talk about that 50 extra horsepower. I mean, cannot confirm or deny. I'm just saying results, man. But Nathan Lawrence and his 97 Christmas tree cake Little Debbie car with that Ford Mustang. Spent a little bit of time on that, not gonna lie. Pretty good looking car. And the next one we got up tonight, at least from Nap Daddy Racing, is Andrew St. Cyr in that beast mode car. And some of you guys are like, that's not impressive. I was really, really thrilled with his name being the stitch pattern at the top of his car. I mean, that was like icing on the cake for me, and trying to make that pattern, that stitch pattern, look just right on that car. But I like that one a whole lot, and it might be kind of similar to what he's driving this year. I like it when regular cars turn into Christmas cars. It's kind of my favorite thing there. But another one, at least he's trying to keep it clean tonight, Jamie Horn, also known as the Grinch tonight, in that old style Grinch car from How the Grinch Stole Christmas. And I wish I can get from the back side of it and see. If you so much give me 2x, I will hunt you down and gut you like a fish. Iconic quote. And Jamie Horn just sent a message out there to anybody that spins him or wrecks him tonight, so be on the lookout.
That Grinch one. I mean, they're all good, not to blow too much smoke, but they're all really good. But I like that Grinch one, man. That, with the words going through it as well, the writing on the back. I know the one you did for me has a little bit of writing on the back as well. I just think it's really funny. But good looking Christmas paints. We will take a look at some of the other Christmas paints we have out on the track here tonight, here in just a little bit. But we are about to go back to green flag racing. Pace car makes that left-hand turn. Going to be Mr. Nathan Lawrence in that 97 car, taking the green flag here. Lap 10 when they cross the stripe. Still got a ton of racing to do. 113 laps here at Dega. This one is going to be led by Nathan Lawrence. Trying to get the draft over. That low lane is moving through with some speed right now. Goodness.
Gary Clune.
Big move to the high side from Gary Clune. Got a third lane moving up already. So got Rip McCoy up on the high side trying to get a move. Looks like Justin McMahon was thinking about going out there with him. I think he's going to turn him down for now. These guys are racing right now. Got Hanko's Workshop in the comments saying good luck to Nate. Nate currently side by side out front. He's got Gary Clune out there. It looks like Gary Clune's going to get a big push right here from Andrew St. Clair, though. It's going to push Gary Clune into the race lead. Nathan Lawrence down there on the bottom side. He's going to be getting a push from that 79 car of Mike Samia. I believe they're going to have Kevin Thompson right behind them, followed by Eric Warman.
Speaking of Grinch cars, there's 2 Grinch cars right there in that 14 of Mark Dumont and that 79 of Mike Samia. I'm used to Mike driving that number 3 car. I think he took a little bit of break from the league for about a season, but I think Mike Samia's been in the league a little longer than I have for sure. Good to see him back out here.
Got to see a couple names that I haven't seen. I know Mike came back toward the tail end of the season last year. Got Bill Hull out here with us tonight as well. Haven't seen that name in a minute. Good to see some of these guys getting back out here. Speaking of good to see, I mean, we got 23 people in the stream right now after, you know, kind of a sudden pop-up for the stream for the Merry Christmas 300. So thank you everybody for this Thursday night. Hopefully it's warmer wherever you are than it is in the Carolinas right now. It's freezing cold the past couple of days. It is not why I moved further south, and I'm not thrilled about it, but I suppose it does feel a little bit more festive and Christmassy to have it be cold. But I don't know, John, you lived in Florida for a while. Were you still able to have a festive Christmas?
It's never been the same since I moved. I remember my first year there just spending Christmas on the beach there, and that was the best things. It was 75 degrees, sunny. Good way to spend Christmas morning.
Meanwhile, I put on 2 jackets this morning to go to work, and I have to get out of bed 5 minutes early so I can start my car and make sure the windshield defrosts.
Yeah, I'm not built for cold weather. Everybody told me when we moved there, like, you're going to get tired of the warm weather all the time. I don't know what you're talking about. Cannot relate. I'll take it every day, all day.
That Florida heat's just different, too. I mean, like, Florida does get humidity, but, I mean, it also just seems like when it's hot down there, it's just hot. Whereas, like, I mean, you grew up in North Carolina, you live in South Carolina now. The Carolina heat just feels like a machete to go outside because it's just everything's thick. It feels like you have an extra 10 pounds on it.
That's what they call grab you by the bones cold.
Or grab you by the bones hot, I suppose. But I say because it applies to the cold too, because it's not just cold; it's wet cold.
Yeah, the cold there is wild. Speaking of people that are acclimated to the cold weather, Andrew St. Clair back 4 spots as he is all over the bumper here. I believe that's going to be Eric Warman.
He's trying to get that push to Eric Warman right now. It looks like Andrew's wanting to get there on that low side, but just doesn't have that opening right now. He's got that number 2. Bruce Martin down there kind of blocking where he wants to go. If he can get a good push right here, I believe that's Mark Dumont that's right behind Andrew St. Clair. If he can get a good push here, he might be able to get the push that he needs. Right now, your race leader is still going to be Nathan Lawrence. Going to be down on the low side now with Mike Samia. Oh, really loose from Kevin Thompson. Really loose.
That's just McMahon, Gary Clune. They both skirt through. Rittenauer. I'm not sure if Hull was involved. I don't think he used a fast repair on that first one if he was. I think he just repaired the damage he had. Take a look at Kevin Thompson's car.
You saw that one start to happen, though. You saw Kevin Thompson was getting a push right there all the way at the very front. When you're up at the front, when you start to get loose and start to get those death wobbles a little bit. There's no wall to catch you. There's no other cars to catch you. And just back into the field you go. And a lot of times that's how you have these famous Talladega parking lots. But definitely going to be a couple cars that have to deal with some repairs here. But definitely not as bad as that could have been.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, Just McMahon skated right through that. I just noticed that is a Dodgers themed car. I guess that's what Sean Thompson was talking about in the comments there. Thought this was supposed to be a cheerful holiday. It's like they're just crashing the party. Let's see if we can back it up just a little bit here. I mean, that's them BMP guys linked up there at the top. You see Kevin Thompson at 13, Gary Clune right behind him, and Andrew St. Cour in that 12 teammates. And then I guess the honorary teammate, I don't think Adam Gardner's officially on BMP, but back there behind the 14 of Mark Dumont. That bump from Clune, just a little off center. I don't know why. I can't really tell you why, but it seems like if you get bumped in turn 4, it's a lot worse than any other turn on this track. I mean, you can usually take bumps everywhere else, but 4 seems like it gets everybody. Oh, I think McMahon's going to have some wheel damage there. You see Clune up there in the wall. St. Cour involved. Dumont's got involved in that as well.
Already seeing some pit strategy as well from some of these guys out here. Nathan Lawrence, Mike Samia, Matthew Smith, Richard Leclerc, Brandon Lopez, all choosing to stay out. Looks like a lot of guys came down pit road, though. Bruce Martin coming off of pit road. Gary Armijo, Jamie Horn, Brent McCoy, Eric Warman, Tyler Millette, Raven Rittenauer, Bill Gentry, Josh Cully, Kevin Hash, Daniel Wilkerson. All coming off of pit road right now. Mark Dumont's still on pit road. Andrew St. Cour still on pit road. Adam Gardner working his way off right now. Gary Clune. Looks like he's getting some damage repaired. Same for Justin McMahon and Bill Hull and Kevin Thompson. Sean Thompson in the comments saying, LOL. I wonder if that's where we missed the Dodgers thing or for Kevin getting involved in that caution there. And then we got... Trug Thoney. I am so sorry if I butchered that name, but it's a very cheerful message saying, let's go, Dad. Keep up that top 5. I am not sure who your dad is, but I also hope he keeps up that top 5.
Looks like Mark Dumont getting out here, and while we are under caution, since we do have a best Christmas car and the ugliest Christmas car, let's highlight a few more cars we have out here. Going to start off with Mark Dumont here. If I can get zoomed in on that car. Even put the Merry Christmas 300 on it. Got the Grinch all around it. Love the Christmas lights. I'm trying to see what's on the front of his hood, but I can't really read it. See who else has got a good Christmas paint out here. I remember seeing Mike Samia a little bit earlier. Also with the Grinch car, he is, I think that means not, he is in Grinch mode. Help me out here, man. I'm old. But fellas, when I was doing Jamie Horn's Grinch car, I was thinking about it. There's really 3 different styles of Grinch you can go with. And then once I got into that can of worms, I found out that the older Grinch has like multiple different artist renditions of it. It's a little tough. I decided to go with one of the older ones, mainly because it was kind of easier to get on the car.
Yeah.
And I thought the classic would be good.
Lawyers reaching out just starts a whole thing.
Yeah, lawyers and stuff.
Boring. Not Christmas.
I know Just McMahon's out here, got a good Christmas paint. And I think Just McMahon actually won the best Christmas paint last year. So looking to repeat.
No, Daniel Wilkerson had one.
I think you talked about his earlier. You serious, Clark? Oh, that's good.
One of my personal favorite Christmas movies of all time. Uh, just heard Eric Warman, who is currently behind Jamie Horn. I think he just read the back of Jamie's car and said, "Is that a promise or a threat?" And Jamie said, "We'll have to see." And I think he gave you a little bit of a shout out there, courtesy of Jonathan Smith. We're about to get back going green here. Sean Thompson in the comments. Combination of the Dodgers car and his northern grandma. She's from New York and also a Dodgers fan. Her dad took her to Brooklyn Dodgers games. That is a cool story, though. And I got Odd History Boy saying, "Let's go 82," cheering on Matthew Smith, who is going to be restarting in third place here. Going to be starting on that inside lane. But starting in first once again here. Lap 19 when we cross the stripe. Green flag in the air. Nathan Lawrence out to your race lead once again.
That's Leclerc around on the nose of Brandon Lopez.
We are right back to yellow flag. Talladega is going to Talladega. Richard Leclerc, unfortunate to see, was having a really good night so far.
I
heard Brandon.
Kind of want to hear the radio chatter on this one.
I can tell you what it was. Once again, for those that may be tuning in for the first time, I am able to hear the driver radios. We don't play that live because we want this broadcast to be able to be heard, viewed, watched by everybody, including your kids, your grandkids, your whatever. And these guys are competitive, even in a fun Christmas race. And sometimes you might hear some words that might not be very PG-13. And far be it from the Doghouse Racing League, and far be it from Nap Daddy Racing to teach your kids any words they don't already know. But speaking of the radio there, pretty much as soon as that happened, I heard Brandon Lopez come over the radio and say, "Not clear."
Yeah. Not clear at all. And the main reason I'm wondering is because I do race with these guys on Tuesday nights in the ARC series, which you can catch on Intensity Broadcasting on YouTube. But usually after this 3 cautions this quick, somebody comes over the radio. "All right, guys, let's clean it up." So guys have a high standard in this league, set the bar high for themselves, which is good. That's why it's one of the best leagues around. Good self-policing there.
We have said it before. We'll continue to say it. I do think that the Doghouse Racing League is one of the very best out there. And not just because they have done a lot for us in the broadcast booth, but I know you've raced with these guys for a long time. I just recently got into my on the track journey and been able to race with these guys a couple of times, just in some fun races, and just a lot of nice guys. Want to have a good time, want to laugh and have fun, but also just very competitive. Want to be the best. And I respect it very, very much. Looks like we do have some people coming down pit road here, but I also can confirm, again, able to hear over the radio. Some of these guys aren't coming down pit road because they need to come down pit road. I believe I heard from Jamie Horn and Brandon Lopez there. They just got to go pee.
Good thing about super speedways, man, you got about a minute and a half window before that pace car gets back around, and gives you time to do some things, you know?
Yeah, get to do that speed shuffle over to the bathroom. My bathroom's about, I don't know, about 10 steps away from where I sit to race or to broadcast, and I have had to make that run an embarrassing amount of times. To be quite honest, again, to give everyone a little behind the curtain look here, if you've ever heard John ask me something and I respond about 15 seconds too late, that's probably why.
The more you
Checking
know.
the comment. The more you know. Some of us just have healthy bladders, man. Don't know what I can tell you, but checking the comments here. Odd History Boy saying, "Let's go 82," pulling for number 82 car out there, which is going to be Matthew Smith, who I believe is going to be restarting in first here once we get back going green.
Yeah, that Elf car, I didn't get to that one earlier, but loving that Elf 82 car. I mean, I do like National Lampoons, but I think Elf is like a classic at this point.
Elf is I really do love Elf, and that's actually one of the beasts that me and my wife have had before in terms of Christmas movies. She is not an Elf fan.
Some tough conversations when you guys go to bed at night.
Man, I'm telling you. And I was concerned it was a Will Ferrell problem, but we also showed her Talladega Nights and Step Brothers, and I think we've gotten over that hump. But Trugthony, again, sorry if I'm butchering that name, but put that 82 on top. So Matthew Smith is his dad. So wishing for him to have a good night. Got Christopher Samia in here saying, "Let's go, Mike." Number 79, root for Mike Samia, who I believe is going to be restarting in second place here once we get back going green. And Odd History Boy saying the bathroom is a sacred place like Elf. I could not agree more.
I think my most impressive feat from a super speedway is running downstairs to let the dogs out under caution, pulling it back out, catching up with the pace car, pitting again before they went green, letting the dogs back in, and getting back upstairs and catching up with the pack before we actually went green on the second pace lap.
That is pretty impressive, actually.
I think you were spotting for me that night too. It was I was hauling. I was out of breath when I came back, sweating a little bit.
I'm pretty sure I was, and actually, if I'm not mistaken, I think we might have been on Twitch instead of TikTok that night. And I think one of our moderators clipped that moment because I just started monologuing into the microphone, and you just pop back in, a little out of breath, but looking a lot more comfortable.
Yeah, the dogs.
Odd History Boy in the comments saying, "Here's the question: do we make turn 2?" Well, I am not a betting man. That's a lie. Not going to do that around Christmas time. Don't want to end up on the naughty list myself, but I would say we do make it past turn 2 here.
Yeah, I think we're saying like minus 700 odds here.
Oh, yeah. I would actually, if we want to really put some odds on something, I think we make it to the competition caution, which would be on lap 30. So that'll be 7 laps away once we cross the stripe.
For sure, when we get to that competition caution, we do got some prizes I believe we're going to give away too at that time. Or at least
we're going to try to give away a prize. Going to try to get one of these, whoever wins on the microphone, get them up here in the booth so they can say a little something, pick which prize they want. But pace car is off. We are back underway here. Lap 23 when we cross the stripe. Matthew Smith going to be taking the green flag here. Got to have Mike Samia right beside him. Brandon Lopez, Bruce Martin, Justin McMahon rounding out your top 5. Look at that front. We've got a little bit more breakaway than we've been seeing on the last couple of restarts.
That was a great jump by Samia there.
Mike Samia did get a really, really good jump there. He's getting a huge push. Brandon Lopez, he's actually going to go ahead and drop the hammer down. Drop it in front of Matthew Smith on the low side. That's going to leave Brandon Lopez as the first car up there on the high side. He's going to be getting his push from, I believe that's going to be Justin McMahon. Trying to push his way up there to the front. Giving a really good push to Brandon Lopez, and that lap lead is actually going to go to Brandon Lopez. Brandon going to go ahead and look like he might want to drop it down there to the low side, but he's going to go back up to the high side here. See if he's going to be able to maintain that again, being pushed by Justin McMahon. Got Brent McCoy doing some really good drafting work up there as well. Mike Samia now the first car in line on the low side, as I say that, of course. Matthew Smith pushing him down there on the low side. 20 car Brandon Lopez goes to the low side, trying to be up there in the front as we come closer to this competition caution on lap 30. Justin McMahon up there on the high side. We're going through 3 wide through the middle. Look at that move by Nathan Lawrence. That top side is working really, really well together right now, man. It looked like Richard Leclerc was having a little bit of trouble even getting caught up to him to be able to continue to push. Justin McMahon now going to be the next car to drop it down to the low side, excuse me, in front of Brandon Lopez. That is going to leave Brent McCoy on the high side being pushed by Nathan Lawrence. Nathan Lawrence coming over the radio telling Richard Leclerc that he needs to get closer. They need to get pushing if that line's going to go anywhere, and he is very, very correct there.
Yeah, definitely got to close that gap in just a little bit more to get anything going, especially with the way the low side is kind of spaced out right now. They're still going to catch some draft, but the closer that high side is, the better off it's going to be. The thing you have to remember about this is simple geometry. The furthest side of the track near the wall is going to be the longest part of the track. So you're definitely going to have a good run there. It's just McMahon out there on the high side, going to drop all the way to the back here.
I thought he was just trying to get back on the high side. I thought he might have overshot it there for a second. I don't know if that was on purpose, if he was purposely trying to start a third lane, or if he was trying to get to the high side, maybe moved it a little bit too quick, but Brent McCoy not in a hurry to pick up Justin McMahon. Justin McMahon gonna get back in line on the low side, already caught back to the draft. Brent McCoy now going to be up there on the high side, racing side by side with Brandon Lopez as we get ever closer to this competition caution. These top 4 cars are doing a really good job of pushing right now. Brandon Lopez getting a really good push from Mike Samia, and now they're getting another good lock on from Matthew Smith right there.
Yeah,
Nate Lawrence is doing a really good job of pushing Brent McCoy there as well. Brent McCoy goes down to the low side. That's going to leave Nathan Lawrence up there on the high side. Big blink from Brent McCoy.
We just checked in with Justin McMahon's cockpit cam that he has at home. We saw him racing that VR. Looks like he was adjusting that headset just a little bit as he was there. So I don't know if there's any trouble with that, or if he was just trying to get some air there. But there's 2 things that top side is going to have to do a little bit better. Is they're going to have to get closer together front to back, but also as they're coming, especially down this back stretch, try to catch a little side draft all in unison at the same time, get as much downforce from those cars beside them, and push that car down to the ground, create some more drag on the back spoiler of that car, and try to push their car that line ahead. But Brent McCoy doing a fantastic job there with Nathan Lawrence right now.
As I say, roles kind of reversed there a little bit. We saw Nathan Lawrence pushing Brent McCoy there on that high side for a really good portion of time there. Brent McCoy now going to go ahead and take it up to the high side. He's going to pick up a really good draft right there.
That's kind of shocking. That's kind of early for a move.
I say still got a little bit of time left. One of the other things very interesting about this, note, we've been focusing on all this battling going on, but we actually had a pack split this time. I think it's the first time we've had that happen tonight. Gary Clune leading a line about 6 seconds behind the race leader right now. It's about the top 12, and oh, there's a parking lot as we come to the competition caution. Oh no.
I saw Smith involved in that. I saw Brandon Lopez.
Mike Samia, I believe, was coming over the radio saying that that was him. Mike Samia coming over the radio saying 24, that was on me. I apologize. Gonna have a couple of guys dealing with some damage off of this. We will check back on who took the damage here, and then we will, after that, I think we're gonna,
yeah, Looks like 97 just came down just a little bit. Brandon Lopez gets all on top of his car there.
Just heard the admins come over the radio saying that this is going to be the competition caution. Everyone can pit as normal, but they will extend the caution by 1 lap, seeing as how it is the competition caution. Little airtime there for Brandon Lopez.
Yeah, looking at Mike Simeon, that number 79 car, second car back. And I don't know how much that was him. It might have been a little bit of net code. It looks like they were just kind of moving the same direction, but according behind Matthew Smith and there, Gary Armijo going to be involved in that just a little bit. Not much damage there, but a lot of damage there for Brandon Lopez.
Definitely going to see some guys using their fast repair after that one. We're about to have some fun, find out who's going to be the first winner of one of our prizes tonight, but another little fun one here over the radio. Just heard Brent McCoy come over the radio, said that at the pace this is going right now, he's been able to get down a, let's go with adult soda. Carbonated, comes in a can, every 7 laps. So, Merry Christmas to you, Brent McCoy.
A lot of guys pitting here. We will get to the wheel as soon as this pit cycle is over.
Odd history boy saying hard hit into that wall. Jeez. True Thony saying unfortunate for the 82. We got to keep moving though. It is not over. It is definitely not over. Definitely has a chance to use that fast spray, get right back into the action. Odd history boy saying ask McCoy if it's a Miller soda. Who knows, man? It is the Christmas season. The Christmas porters are starting to come around. If you're into the darker beers, and I personally find those pretty delicious.
Well, what we do have
probably limit my talk about the adult beverages just in case we get in trouble with the YouTube police. They don't seem to love that, but cheers to everyone. Depending on, I know I mentioned earlier, pop your popcorn, grab your holiday beverage, your hot chocolate or whatever. If your Christmas holiday beverage happens to be of the over 21 variety, then cheers to you. Hope you enjoy it and hope you've enjoyed the race so far. And still got 26 people in here, so thank you very much to everyone who's joined us and is hanging out with us for the Merry Christmas 300. We appreciate it. You all make this possible, along with all of our wonderful sponsors, which I think tees up pretty well what we got coming up here.
Yeah, got the wheel of gift giving coming up right here. And who is this one presented by? Hunter?
Oh, sorry, I turned my microphone off for a second. It's presented by either Butt Kicker or Trackside NASCAR Outlet because they will actually get their choice of which one they want.
Absolutely. So we'll see which one this is going to be presented by early or after this is over. But thank you to both Trackside and Butt Kicker. Let's get over to that wheel while we still got just a little bit of time here. We'll pull it right over here. And we are going to spin that wheel. And I'm sorry for the low tech here. I'm working with a wheel I thought I knew more about until this very moment. But you ready for it?
Let's do it, baby.
Let's give it a good old spin cycle here. Ooh, that's going to be Eric Warman is going to be our first winner here tonight. So he will get to pick between the Butt Kicker prize or the Trackside NASCAR Outlet prize. So big shout out, big thank you to both of those guys. We'll try to get with Eric Warman and see which one he would like to go with.
Once again, shout out to Butt Kicker and to Trackside NASCAR Outlet for being our sponsors of our wheel prizes here tonight. butt kicker prize is going to be a Butt Kicker Gamer Plus. Trackside NASCAR Outlet prize is going to be a 124th ARC Standard Finish die cast. So let's see if we can get a hold of Eric Warman to let him know what his prize is. Robert Lawrence was also in the comments saying, Dad's watching the 97. Let's go, Nathan. These guys are still going around the track, finishing up the caution.
I don't see Eric up here inside of our Discord, so I won't be able to get a hold of him right now. But Eric Warman, winner of our prize, and Hunter, if you wouldn't mind, see if you could hop on the radio. I'm not sure if you can as a spectator, but see which one he would like to go with.
I will do my best. Again, I also don't think I can.
Well, while we do have a few seconds here, I think I might be able to have another solution and try to pull Jamie Horn down here to the broadcast booth, if at all possible.
That might be another way to do it.
Well, I'm not sure I'm going to be able to get a hold of him either, but either way, congratulations to Eric Warman picking up that first prize. So he will have first choice if we cannot get a hold of him before we do that next prize during our next caution, or next competition caution, I should say, which is going to fall on which lap? At Hunter.
Yep. Daniel is asking him right now.
Okay. So try to find him, and I can't talk to him through the spectator mode here. And I was going to try to put down Jamie or Daniel, but I can't pull them down that far in the Discord for some reason. Maybe I just don't know what I'm doing.
Well, Eric said what he wanted, but you were jabbering, so I didn't hear it.
I'm sorry. That seems pretty typical. I just found out how to do it too.
Eric is taking the die cast. Congratulations, Eric Warman, winning our first prize here tonight on the wheel spin. Eric Warman going to be taking that 124th ARC Standard Finish die cast, courtesy of one of our sponsors, Trackside NASCAR Outlet. Congratulations to Eric, and what timing, because the pace car is off, and we are about to get back to racing here. Lap 34 when they cross the stripe. Nathan Lawrence is going to be taking the green flag here. And we are back underway. Odd history saying nothing like having a number 2 with a Miller Lite scheme. Let's ride. Absolutely. Very classic for the number 2 car, Bruce Martin up there. Hanko's Workshop. Nice job making your way back to the front, Nate, from Grandpa. Nate Lawrence having a really good night here so far. Don't want to talk about it too much, giving me these sort of broadcasters first. Doing really well, leading the race right now, getting a good push from the number 2 car of Bruce Martin. Looks like that 117. That 17 car of Richard Leclerc going to be on the outside lane, not getting a great push right now. Nathan Lawrence, Bruce Martin, Mark Dumont all going to be on that low side, about to be clear. It's like Gary Armijo in that mix down on the low side, along with Andrew St. Gore, starting to stack up just a little bit. Looks like that high side starting to get a little bit more of a push going. Tony, never thought I'd see my dad next to Jamie Horn, but here we are. Referring to that number 82 of Matthew Smith, currently racing in 8th place right now. He's starting to move up to the field a little bit as well. The 48 car of Speedway right there. Oh, go ahead. That was one of the things that was really surprising to me. And, oh, Andrew Sinclair gets a little bit loose there. He's going to get into that 94 car. Said he had a little bit of a snap there, got into the 94 of Todd Millette. Todd Millette able to save that there, though. Really good save. Yeah, that was one of the things that really surprised me about racing at super speedways when I first kind of got behind the wheel was I thought you were basically just going to be leaned into the throttle the whole time, but when you're in that middle of that pack drafting, like looking at that high lane right there, like seeing guys pushing behind Brent McCoy. I think you got, who all do you got up there? You got Matthew Smith, Richard Leclerc, all those guys kind of stacked in there. Like you said, you are about 80-90% on the throttle, which over the course of a big track like this, where you have 113 laps, you have 300 miles. The track itself, you got what is Talladega? 2.5 miles? 2.6?
2.66 miles.
2.66. I mean, like you said, I mean, over the course of a run, you might save 5-6 more laps than another guy. And especially, that gets especially interesting if it's not your typical Talladega race where there's caution. We've been a little caution heavy early on, but one of the things we talked about before, Doghouse Racing League, really known for clean racing, really known for long green flag runs, and fuel strategy becomes a lot more of an issue when you're running that kind of race, especially if you're out front, like you said, in the middle of the pack.
Yeah, another thing that's kind of surprising, I think, when people first get into iRacing and stuff and start doing super speedways, is it's almost more beneficial here to use your brake, actually, as you're going down this backstretch. And I know it sounds funny, sounds weird, but you'll see guys like Nathan Lawrence and Brent McCoy leading those packs. They're actually going to be on their brake, full throttle with their right foot, 100%, but on their left foot, they're probably pushing the brake about 5%, 10%, just enough to let that car behind them catch up right to the bumper so they can get a good draft and a good push. You don't want to hold it the whole way around. The more you hold your brake, the more it's going to heat up those rotors, it's going to heat up the tires more. But at least long enough to get that car right on your bumper so you can create that seal. That car behind you is in that little draft bubble that's right behind you and keep on pushing through.
Get some good racing out of these guys right now. Seeing the pack also stay together a lot more this time than we saw on the last green flag run. Last place currently going to be Bill Holmes back there for Greg Lopez. They're only 1.5 seconds behind the race leader, still very much engaged with the draft, not lost it at all. Only car we have off the track at this point is going to be the number 2 car of Bruce Martin. Saw someone in the comments, I think it was Odd History Boy, talking about the number 2 Miller Lite car, and Bruce Martin going to be now 4 laps down and in last place and completely off of the track.
Yeah, and if you're Bill Hull, Brandon Lopez right now, Gary Kloon, Daniel Wilkerson, I mean, you're not really worried. You only get worried when you lose the pack. You could
Yep.
ride back here in last place for 112 laps, maybe 111 laps. It does not take much to get to the front here. And I say that like it's easy. It takes a little bit to get to the front, but with the right draft and with the right holes, you can get to the front within the course of the backstretch.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I've actually had that happen to me doing some officials over the last week where I was doing those little like 5 to goes at Talladega, and you would just see guys come out of nowhere just because they got the right buddy to push with them. And oh, there's some wobbling going on right there. Looked like that 20 car, Brandon Lopez, got a little squirrely, almost got up to that number 11 car left Gary Clune. But they are still maintaining, again, still very much a part of the draft. But look at the way these guys are running right now. That front two on the high side are completely locked in together. That's going to be Mark Dumont and Gary Armijo. They're locked in like that. Eric Warman pushing as well. That low side trying to get a push going now as well. Nathan Lawrence still at the front of that line. But here comes the Grinch, Jamie Horn, in the number 48 car, getting a big push from the number 24, Justin McMahon. Going to try to get up here and lead his first lap of the night. With that run, it looks like he's going to get it done.
Yeah, NASCAR has just released the new car models that are supposed to be hitting the NASCAR circuit next season. A little bit of changes to the body style, especially for those Camaros, and I think it's actually going to play a little bit of a pretty big role as they come to some of these tracks. Now, all these cars are fixed setups. They are about the same across the board, but if you ask some people that race a little bit more than the others, they might have some different opinions on which car is faster at which track. And I personally believe that these Fords that you see out here are a little bit faster here at the super speedways and the next gen cars at least. And I think it's a lot of that has to do with how flat that front nose is. You're able to get good wind down under the car, good wind going over top, and also push very well behind the car. Same thing with
While
the
you were
truck
talking
series.
there,
The
Nathan Lawrence tried to start that middle lane there. He almost fell completely out because no one wanted to go with him. But it looks like Eric Warman, we had that 29 car of Brent McCoy, ended up coming down a lane from the high side where they were. Nathan Lawrence able to catch back on, work his way back up towards the front. So everyone's kind of going that lane down. Andrew St. Cyr dropping down behind Nathan Lawrence, but now he's going to go out. Andrew St. Cyr goes out. Kevin Thompson goes out. Looks like Adam Gardner, Gary Clune going to follow him. We're going to be 3 wide racing here in a minute. Hot history boy in the comments. I think the Miller was expired. Tony's talking how the Grinch stole victory. You never know. There's still a lot of racing left to do. Eric Warman battling side by side. And Kevin Thompson and Anderson, 4 teammates up there on the high side, trying to get a lane going to see if they have anything going. Like they're going to get a little help. Nathan Lawrence going to jump out there with them as well. Now that middle lane trying to try just a little bit. Only going to be Eric Warman and Brent McCoy in the middle now. Richard Leclerc starting to catch up. That's one of the things we talked about before as well. It seems like at Talladega, as long as you had 2 cars locked in, you could really do just about anything you wanted. Side draft and really move through the field pretty easily. But now with the newer car models and the updates that iRacing's had, I mean, you've got to have a line that's working together if you want to get anywhere.
Yeah, I mean, you really got to be locked in or stay on that low side. Trying to see
Adam Thompson in the comments
out here.
Keep seeing those guys try to get that high lane going. Haven't been able to make it work just yet, but Kevin Thompson gets out there. He's going to be 3 wide right now. He's got Gary Clune that was willing to help but couldn't get there in time. Adam Gardner not quick to go out to the high side. That low lane is pushing so well at the front right now. Jamie Horn, Justin McMahon, Mark Dumont completely clear, along with, I believe that's going to be Gary Armijo. Mike Samia now going to the high side, going to try to get in front of Eric Mormon, get things moving just a little bit on the high side. But right now, 4 cars clear on the high side. Adam Thompson in the comments, sorry boys, didn't make it home on time. Good luck out there. How are my boys in the booth? Doing wonderfully, Adam. Hope you are as well. Hope you and the family been having a wonderful holiday season.
Look at this. So I've been waiting for this. I saw them lining up. Team BMP all in a line there. Andrew St. Clair, Kevin Thompson, Adam Gardner, Gary Kuhn trying to get the high lane going, and I think they're going to push their way to the front here. Those guys are so good here.
We've seen Team BMP really, really go crazy at Super Speedways before. They work together so well as a team, potentially better than any other team out here. No disrespect intended to any of the other teams, but Team BMP, I know they put a lot of practice in together. They're really able to lock it in when they want to. Going to try to get something moving here. Looks like they're getting pretty well in tune, but right now that low side just still moving so well together. Jamie Horn, Justin McMahon at the front of it, Mark Dumont behind them. And you got Gary Armijo. I believe it's going to be Tyler Millette that's going to be in 5th right now. Gary Kloon trying to get caught up. Got a little bit of shuffle going on there back in the middle there. Look, the 79 of Mike Samia was in the middle lane, got a little wobbly. He's still trying to get back to Eric Foreman or have Eric Foreman get up to him.
Yeah, and I don't know if you can see what was going on there. Andrew St. Clair leading that front lane, or that top lane there on the high side, was actually swerving down. It looked like he was just getting shaky, but he was actually side drafting. And Mike Samia there really putting some drag on that car below him and slowing him down. They were able to get pushing forward a little bit.
We are 10 laps away from our next competition. Caution, Truck Thoney in the comments. Back in the top 10. Let's go 82. Matthew Smith been having a very consistent night here tonight. So I'm getting a little bit of trouble earlier on in one of the cautions, but back up into 9th place right now. He is side by side right now with Andrew St. Clair, who's on that top lane. Top lane still trying to get things going. That low lane has been working so well here on this green flag run. We've got, what is it at this point? It's going to be 6 cars completely clear on the high side.
I'm gonna take a look here. I mean, you can see how much grouped up that high side is right now. And that's kind of why they're moving forward. If we started at Mike Samia's, where those guys kind of dropped out that 79 car, they've moved up 1, 2, 3, 4 cars already, and still pushing forward.
Andrew St. Clair very, very locked in though, with that 29 car of Brent McCoy on the high side and that green Zen car. Bruce Martin back out on the track. He is going to be 13 laps down right now, but he is back out on the track in that number 2 Miller Lite car. He's going to be on the high side here as it looks like the pack is going to move around him. I assume he's going to drop back into line here.
Look at that high side.
And all of a sudden, the high side finds the run.
Now, you don't have to have the whole line grouped up, but if you have at least 3 or 4 guys that are right there bumper to bumper, you don't want to push the pusher, but you want to be pretty close in order to keep that bubble going. Minimize the drag between the cars and that low pressure air that's getting in between.
Trothoni, I feel like some of these pushes are more like shoves. We may soon see a caution. It's possible. For a lot of these guys, it really is just preference. I know John's talked about it on here before. Some guys like to be the pusher. Some guys like to be the receiver of the pushes. And it just depends on your driving style and how you like to get around the track. Some of these guys, John being one of them, that you could almost give them like an X level hit in the bumper of that car and Totally fine. No big deal. Meanwhile, I had someone go across my back bumper the other night on a super speedway. It got me arrow loose, and I forgot where I was for a second, and I ended up having a chicken sandwich a little bit early.
Oh, Brent McCoy in the middle. That's going to cost him right there. He's going to start falling back in that middle side. Nobody's going to pick him up. Yeah,
it looks like Eric Warman.
Eric Warman's going to get him.
Eric Warman jumps. Brent McCoy said that I didn't like being at the front anyway. It's boring.
Yeah, I mean, like I was saying, it's two different art styles there too. Whether you want to be push or be pushed.
Oh, look, there he goes again.
I think he likes being at the front.
I think he might have been being facetious about that whole being at the front is boring thing. Immediately takes it to the high side, 3 wide racing. Eric Warman gets locked in with him really, really well.
I prefer to be pushed any day.
Looks like he's got a little bit of help there, Tony Martin. And we are going to have a new race leader here, I believe, seeing how it comes down to the line here. Andrew St. Cyr going to be racing side by side with Jamie Horn. Andrew St. Cyr being pushed by his teammate Kevin Thompson. Jamie Horn getting a push right now from Justin McMahon. It is close to side-by-side racing here as we just crossed the strike for lap 56.
Yeah,
Odd history boy was boring up front and proceeds to cut high. Yeah, I think he might have been making a funny, you know?
Yeah. Speaking of good pushers too, I mean, Kevin Thompson is fantastic at what he does, and Adam Gardner same way, Justin McMahon, Jamie Horn, Andrew St. Cyr. All these guys able to line up to that back bumper pretty well and give you a good push. It's not going to spin you or anything like that. But some guys prefer to be pushed, like myself, and I'm actually yelling at people behind me to hit me harder and push me farther. I can take it.
If you've never heard that conversation on the radio, hilarious.
Yeah, it might come off a wrong way every now and then.
The point is still the same. A little bit of what we were talking about earlier, that Team BMP Super Speedway magic. Got all those guys in a row there. Andrew St. Cyr going to lead that lap. But Jamie Horn, Justin McMahon, Mark Dumont still getting a good push down there on the low side. Look at that bump from Adam Gardner. Good Lord.
I don't expect them to cut down.
Hammered. Adam Gardner just gave a huge bump draft.
This is their chance, right?
To Kevin
here.
Thompson. Adam Thompson in the comments, hit me, baby, one more time. John has said that to me over the radio while we're racing.
Give it to me, baby. I'm worth it.
I am worth it. Got a third lane going once again. Brent McCoy, high side with Eric Warman. He's going to be up there with... Ooh. Mia's now going to take it to the high side as well.
Yeah, don't expect that Team BMP to cut down, I think, until Gary Kloon crosses the bumper of Jamie Horn. Then I think they'll take that low side. So right now, that's what Jamie Horn and Justin Mayer are fighting against.
Yeah, we've seen Team BMP do that over the course of last season in the Doghouse Racing League, the Group 6 Cup Series. When Team BMP, when they're really working together as a team, they try to stay as a team because they don't want to get split up. They know they work together so well. They're going to try to keep that together as much as possible. We're three wide racing again. Gary Kloon trying to get caught back up to the bumper of Adam Gardner. It looks like Nathan Lawrence is going to go to the outside with Brent McCoy. Eric Norman doing a big job up there pushing as well. And there, looks like they're going to go ahead and make the move. Andrew St. Cyr, Kevin Thompson able to get it down, and Adam Gardner as well over top of Gary Kloon.
And
Jamie
Quinn
Horn
gets
now
down
going to be
too.
pushed back there. Nathan Lawrence going to be racing them side by side to the line right here.
Now the strategy becomes breaking up those four up there.
Yep. And only one lap to do it before the competition caution. Got some guys dropping out of line. It's going to be Jamie Horn, Justin McMahon dropping out of line. Nathan Lawrence goes down to the low side. He gets in the middle of Team BMP.
Yep.
That's exactly what you want to do, but it might be a little bit too late here to do anything before the end of this stage here. Brett McCoy getting a big run here at the end. Big push from Eric Warman, but it is not going to matter. Andrew St. Corrigan across the line here in first place. Let's make it lap 61. Getting ready to bring out our competition, I believe. Oh, it's lap 65. I'm an idiot.
I was on board. I was sold the whole way. Lap 60. I was with you.
I sold it. I sold it good. Well, we'll call it building drama for the race, and not that I screwed up and am an idiot and read my notes wrong.
Good push by Samia there on the top side.
Yeah, that was a big split out as well. Samia stayed right on the bumper of Eric Warman. I mean, that has the potential to go very poorly for either one of them, but they did that absolutely picture perfect. Look at Bruce Martin out here. Oh,
somebody
no!
blew up. That's Samia. He blew up. Smith down into the grass. He's trying to hold that brake. There it is.
Mike Samia doing such a, we were just talking about it, did such a good job pushing right there. Picture perfect job, but unfortunately needed to get that car some air a little bit quicker, and it's going to blow up here, and for his sake, I hope he still had the fast repair. And just heard from the admin, we are going to go ahead and make this the end of the stage. So once again, same thing as before, just couldn't quite make it to the end of the stage. So it is going to go ahead and be the competition caution. They are going to extend it as well to make it a little easier. Odd history, he's saying no, not the 82. We're going to check and see on that caution here. I know Matthew Smith had to run down through the grass there. B-Mac had a difficult time finding you, Andrew, with your new paint. Stay up front and make things easier for your old mother. That's not very... You shouldn't speak about yourself like that. We'll make sure Andrew St. Corbin running up front. I'm sure we're going to see a lot more of him tonight. Smooth operator. Sorry about that. Blew her up. I am going to assume that is the number 79 of Mike Samia, as we talked about it just now. Did an absolutely picture-perfect job of staying in the draft there, but it blowed up.
See if we can back it up just a little bit, and then we'll hop on board here with Mike Samia. It's showing his oil temp at 210, but I do not believe that is correct. I think that's just what it's showing us here. I think that's Matthew Smith there, still getting some work done. Looks like everybody else is going to bring it in. Kevin Hash in that lead box there. Getting some tires on it. I think the general rule of thumb is if you pit under green, you don't take tires. If you pit under caution, you take tires. Ooh, got 3 wide racing coming out of there. Millette, Armijo, Cully. I think Josh Cully's one of the only ones we haven't really checked in on his paint scheme tonight. National Lampoon's car.
The Truthoni saying not what we wanted to see. So upset to see that happen. We had such a good race too. He's still down on pit road. Must have taken some more serious damage than maybe we thought. Mike Samia still down on pit road. I'm assuming both of those guys using that fast repair already. Seen everybody get back off of pit road here. But on that unfortunate note, is it time to have some more fun?
Time to spin that wheel. For anybody that watches How I Met Your Mother.
That wheel.
Let's see, we'll cut over here to the wheel of gift giving as we
Remember once
shuffled it a few times.
Remember once again, Eric Warman, our winner the first time, elected to take the die-cast 124th car from courtesy of our sponsor Trackside NASCAR outlet. So this spin will be for the Butt Kicker Gamer Plus, courtesy of our friends and sponsors over at Butt Kicker. Let's see it.
And it's going to Brent McCoy.
Congratulations to Brent McCoy. You are the winner of a Butt Kicker Gamer Plus. Merry Christmas to you, sir. Just heard him over the radio. How about that, boys? Congratulations, Brent. He said, I've already got one. What am I going to do with two? I know I said Merry Christmas to Brent earlier based off that comment about the soda pops that he was able to strategize out over the course of the different cautions. But congratulations, Brent McCoy. If we can get you in the booth, we will.
Don't have Brent down here, but might be able to catch him post race, figure out what he's going to do with that butt kicker product there.
Congratulations once again to Brent McCoy. Been having a really good night out here as well, and brought his name up a couple different times here tonight. Looks like we are going to have our first kind of bigger issues with the cars on the track. Matthew Smith back out on the track, gonna be 2 laps down. Mike Samia still gonna be on pit road. I think I just heard Brent McCoy say he's in the waiting room.
Hey Brent, you got a copy of this in the booth?
What's up, boys?
Hey man, congratulations winning that butt kicker product there. And also, congrats on kind of leading this race out here. We heard you say earlier that leading was boring. You still feel that way about leading the race?
Yeah, I think I said that out of being scared. I don't think I really meant it. You know, it's fun up here. It's nice mirror driving. It's a challenge. These cars are a handful. It's fun with Eric and Lawrence. Getting that third lane going was a lot of blast. So let's see what we can do.
Absolutely, man. Well, we're coming down here probably about halfway, a little over halfway through this race. What's the strategy here? Is it a fuel strategy race for you, or is it just send it to win it?
Yeah, if we go green here, we're about 10 laps short on fuel, so it might become a fuel conservation race towards the end and try to save as much early on. But we'll see. If I get shoved to the back again, I'm going balls to the wall. I've had a couple soda pops here in me, and we'll see if we can have a couple more and go win this thing after victory lane.
That's a brand-friendly man right there. I love it.
Absolutely.
Absolutely love the car too, man. Spread and cheer in that the best way possible with that car.
Absolutely, man. Absolutely.
Yes, sir. Well, I'll let you get back to it. About to go green here, but good luck to you, and looking forward to talking to you near the end of the race.
All right, guys. I'll see you in victory lane.
See you, man.
Nice.
Oh, I love it. That is fantastic.
I think it's one of the first times I've talked to Brent McCoy and put an interview there.
Yeah, since Martinsville, when he picked up that win there. I believe he won at Atlanta the first time we were there last season. Trying to have a little bit of
Be out
recall
here
here.
racing. Definitely got a lot of ways, a lot of racing left to go here tonight, but we are about to go back green. Brent McCoy going to be leading us to the green flag here. Going to have Nathan Lawrence on the outside, Mark Dumont, Gary Armijo, Tyler Millette, Josh Cully, Bill Gentry, Brandon Lopez, Jamie Horn, and Daniel Wilkerson making up your top 10 here. They're all lined up double file. We're about to get back going. I don't think anyone behind them might have been ready because they're still single file, but we are about to get back. Green flag racing, 67 laps complete when we cross the stripe here. Brent McCoy going to lead this one. Immediately going to go up there to that high side, get in front of Nathan Lawrence. We've seen them working together here tonight very, very well so far. Nathan Lawrence is going to drop it down inside, though.
Yeah, he said no more.
Oh, we're getting a little jittery up there up front.
And I won't joking about the Zen car either. Great way to spread some cheer. Give a friend a Zen.
Give a friend a Zen. Oh, what is it? You give a man a fish, he'll eat for a day. You give a man a fish, or you teach a man to fish, he'll eat for forever. Give someone just... Go ahead.
Give him a Zen, he'll start Amazon.
You heard it here first, folks. You buy a Nap Daddy Racing paint, it'll add 50 horsepower to your car. You give Nap Daddy Racing a Zen, it'll add 100 horsepower to your car. Nap Daddy Racing and Doghouse Racing TV are not sponsored by or necessarily endorse the use of Zen.
Little subtext there, the views of this broadcast do not reflect Doghouse Racing League or Doghouse Racing TV in any capacity. Thank you for this position, Doghouse Racing TV.
We appreciate you very much. Yep, love it. We appreciate you guys. We like being here. We like to continue to be here. If you need us to buy you Zen in order to stay here, we can have that conversation.
I believe that's going to come out of your account.
It's in. Never mind.
Got some single file racing going on here as he's got to start to space out, get a little bit more single file, realizing the end of this race is coming. Some fast repairs been used. Going to try to save up. Wow, it looks like the cart goes high there on the outside really quickly. I'm not sure if he got loose or bumped out, but Matthew Smith pushing through, trying to be that first car on the lead lap, or first car lap down, I should say.
Smith able to get it back off of pit road. I'm assuming he had already used his fast repair but was able to get the damage repaired enough to get back out on the track. He is going to be the only car laps down out on the track. Actually, that's not true. Bruce Martin is out on the track as well. He's going to be 14 laps down in 23rd. Mike Samia, unfortunately, still going to be, actually, I believe he's called it a night after that blown motor. Going to be in 22nd, 7 laps down. Matthew Smith going to be 2 laps down in 21st. Just heard Nathan Lawrence actually come over the radio saying he was going to have to shuffle out here in a second because he was starting to get hot. Doing a really good job up there at the front, doing the single file race and pushing Brent McCoy. Mark Dumont going to be right behind Nathan Lawrence, Tyler Millette right behind him, then Gary Armijo, Josh Cully, and Daniel Wilkerson. That's your top 7. Rounding out your top 10 is Justin McMahon, Brandon Lopez, and Jamie Horn. talk all the time about the draft at super speedways and make sure you stay tight and stay in the draft, and you can't lose it or the race is basically done. So, John, why don't you actually kind of talk about why you see some of these drivers? I just saw Nathan Lawrence do it. It looks like they're in the draft, but it looks like they're jumping out of it.
Yeah, so you'll see there's two reasons really why these cars these guys will start to jump down, especially down to the left side. If you get down further to the left side, if Nathan Lawrence puts his left headlight just below that left quarter panel of Brent McCoy, it's actually going to make him a little bit more loose. The further up to the right he goes, the tighter that car is going to get. So you can actually use this to your advantage if you are that lead car doing a little bit of aero blocking. You see Brent McCoy riding up about half the lane up, kind of giving him some space to get down there, but also helps cool down your car too if you can jump out just a little bit. And also what I've recently learned from these cars too is if you have a teammate that's a little further up, if they were to pop out maybe a quarter of their car out to the right of that front line or that inside line, if you're on the outside, you can kind of catch a draft off that and start pulling in just a tiny bit.
To see some different lanes form back up here on lap 72, lap 73 when we cross the stripe, getting ever closer to the end of this race. Oh, a little bit of a check up there on the high side. Like Andrew St. Core had to get on the brakes a little bit there. Gary Clune and Kevin Thompson trying to get caught back up here so they don't lose any of that draft momentum. Right now, that low side still really, really cooking well, though we saw this happen earlier in the race, though.
Yeah, and I know we talked about Team BMP linking up, getting together, but right now you're seeing Daniel Wilkerson, Justin McMahon, Jamie Horn, and Bill Gentry all in a line together. And I believe those guys are together in a group chat. So that's going to be a dangerous combination as these guys are going to start flying up here to the front, trying to link up. Do the same thing that Team BMP did earlier.
Yeah, 100%. And even if they're not all teammates, all those guys have known each other for a really long time. I know you've raced with them for a long time. I've had the privilege to get involved here in the last month or so. And those guys really, really know what they're doing. And I do know that it's also a very funny Discord to be in when you're racing with those guys. It's a really good laugh, but those guys are also very, very competitive. They really know what they're doing. And also, just side note, about the time that you think that Bill Gentry is just a charming Southern gentleman, you hear that voice come over the radio, and it's just like, man, that was made for radio, man. That's so good. That man likes to stir the pot.
It's my favorite quote by Bill. If somebody says something or anything, I wouldn't take that from him. Just instigating. He'll tell you, hey, Jonathan, I wouldn't take that from him. You don't have to take that. I'd do something about that.
I remember hearing that when Janie said something to you, and Bill just gets back. Because for whatever reason, all these guys also call you by your full name.
Yeah.
Which is hilarious, because now you basically have three names. Because when me and most of your friends call you John, your family all calls you Hunter, and all the racing guys call you Jonathan, and then you just hear Bill come over the radio. Jonathan, I wouldn't take that if I were you. You don't have to take that off of him.
Yeah. Immediate family calls me by my middle name. Everybody else calls me by my first name. And then Doghouse Racing League calls me by my government name.
It's just so funny here. Because it's immediate, too. It's quick. It's, hey, John, maybe you should try doing this. It could be friendly advice, even. Jonathan, I wouldn't take that off him. You should go do something about that. I'll hold him up for you. You go do whatever you got to do.
Definitely got a funny group here. Missing guys like Adam Thompson. He's giving a fantastic interview every time he's up in the booth. Hate not seeing him here. And I also don't see a Steven Bonomo out here tonight either. I had him on the list to race, and I have not seen Steven. I was going to try to do a segue earlier when we were talking about Florida. Steven out there from the Glades region, down there near Tampa.
I believe Steve Bonomo was signed up to race, but was not able to race tonight. That's actually why Tyler Millette is out on the track tonight. And then I believe we were supposed to have Brandon Trush out here tonight as well, and we do not have him out here with us, but still got a really, really good group of guys, which again, just is a testament to the Doghouse Racing League. Pulled 23 drivers in here for a really long, intense Talladega race, you know, right in the middle of the Christmas season, Thursday night. Everyone's got to go to work tomorrow, and we're still out here having a good time. It's been so much fun to be up here in the booth for this one. Feels good to get back in the booth too. Been off for a couple weeks, got to rest, relax. Watched a lot more movies with the wife on Thursday night, which has been nice, even though she wants to watch the cheesy Christmas movies. But she's 2 for 2 with the last couple. They've been all right. I guess that's a question for you, John. Can you do the, like, during the Christmas season, can you watch like the cheesy Hallmark Christmas movies?
I saw one last night, and this is actually when I got off, where I was talking to you earlier last night. Got off and I went downstairs for a second, and I kind of got hooked into this movie just because of how stupid it was. But it was about the Kansas City Chiefs and a girl who had a hat that apparently brought good luck. They are out on this football field moments before the Chiefs play the Eagles, talking about a hat to a stadium. Like, and I'm trying to tell my wife, like, there's no way this is possible. She's like, it's just a movie, it's Hallmark. I'm like, yeah, like, do they make these movies like thinking that this is just realistic in any capacity? I could not imagine a girl in the middle of the field kissing a guy and talking about a Christmas hat to a bunch of drunk Chiefs fans without play the Eagles. Like, I don't think that would go over me.
I don't either. Have you met Eagles fans?
I know. Especially if they were in Philly, it would not be allowed.
As we start to see the top lane here get a lot more momentum here, we're going to have a new race leader here up at the front, and it's going to be Brandon Lopez. He's going to be pushed by Tyler Millette.
Millette's going to try to take it from him.
Millette is going to try to take it from him. We got a whole new group up there up front. Daniel Wilkerson up there in the run. Josh Cully going to be up there in the running as well. Justin McMahon giving a good push. High side starting to really get some momentum behind it. Jamie Horn up there pushing as well. Yeah, my Jamie Horn goes to the low side here in front of Brandon Lopez. They switch lanes again. I believe that's going to be Bill Hull up there leading the high side now, being pushed by Bruce Martin, who's a couple laps down right now. My best description of Philadelphia fans is you and I had we can call it a privilege, to be in Philadelphia during Philly's Super Bowl run. I believe that would have been, what would that have been, 2022?
Something like that.
And we walked out onto the street after Philadelphia lost after that controversial pass interference call. And one of my friends from back home called me. And we're surrounded. We are in the streets of Philadelphia at 11:30 at night, leaving our friend's apartment from this Super Bowl party. And my friend calls me, and he's like, well, how's Philly? I was like, man, I'm not a Philly fan, but do you really think that was a pass interference call? He's a Giants fan, so he hates the Eagles. And so he went, man, I'm not a ref. I think it's a fair call. I was like, great. I'm going to die on the streets of Philadelphia because of my stupid friend from back home.
Yeah, I was fortunate enough to go to that same guy's Super Bowl party in 2017 when they won, and that was a lot different city when they win compared to when they lose. But talking about
light poles, baby.
It don't work. You grease them all you want to. You can still climb them. I got a picture on the Philly newspaper to prove it.
Looks like we have some guys going ahead and deciding to bring it down pit road here on lap 82. Ooh. Oh, and look at them split off. Good Lord, look at them lock it up.
Armijo misses the cone, hits Millette.
Oh, and there's a whole stack. Oh, no.
Wilkerson taking some front end damage. Lopez taking front end damage. It looks like that splitter on McMahon's car is pushed up.
Oh, no.
I would love to be in that Discord group right now because it's probably either a bunch of laughs or a bunch of yelling. Michael Dow in the comments here saying he can't be here tonight too. Missing Michael Dow tonight. Usually seeing that orange and white Celsius car out here on the track. As another group splits off. Also don't have K-Doggy, Kevin Brown. So left on the track now, BMP team, Andrew St. Cour, Gary Clune, Adam Gardner, and Kevin Thompson left out here on the track. Sorry, I cut you off.
No, you're good. I was going to say BMAC in the comments. BMP, Team BMP, get your line formed, but what are you doing at the back? Little trash talk from Mama St. Cour out here, but Andrew St. Cour out here leading this thing right now as we are directly in the middle of the pit cycle here. Going to be very, very interested to see how that pit road incident affects the end of this race. Gary Armijo just now bringing it off of pit road, and I mean, you've raced with Gary Armijo plenty of times. You and I have both been up here broadcasting when he's been on the track. I know Gary Armijo, great driver, but one of those things where when you get it in the grass, it's just so hard to judge. You're wanting to get out of it so quickly, but I mean, you touch it the wrong way and you're spinning back out. Unfortunately, that goes right back into all the other drivers that were pitting, and I mean, that probably caused a problem for 3 other drivers there.
Yeah, I think it was really interesting talking to one of my classmates the other night about iRacing. He was talking about how he tried a simulator one time. I was very shocked about how loose and how on ice these cars feel sometimes. You just push the gas a little bit and it starts spinning, or you hit the grass a little bit and you can't catch it. I mean, that's what these guys are battling. I mean, Talladega, Daytona, you're not really battling looseness. Usually you're worried about the car being a little too tight, maybe you're getting aero block, but if you push it the wrong way, I mean, it's hard to catch.
100%. Well, I guess while we're here, a little split up in the midst of the green flag pit stops. Who all do we have for the driver cameras? Say hi to some of our guys.
Yeah, we done checked in on Justin McMahon just a little bit earlier. Cut back here to Jamie Horn. He's in the middle of this pack behind Mark Dumont there. Looks like Kevin Hash in that 03 car behind him. Bill Gentry there. Let's see if we can pull it up. Jamie Horn. Don't have a feet cam for you tonight. I know some people are disappointed. Talking more about Hunter there. I was going to put a QR code for his feet cam, but I'm trying to.
Behind a paywall.
Yeah. It is behind a paywall, and Hunter's not. He's not in the subscriptions.
I was supposed to be, but then we started talking about it, and it's just, it becomes a whole thing.
I cannot get Jamie Horn's pulled, but I have him right here. I can't get him to go. Maybe we'll check in on Jamie Horn a little bit later here, but I do have one Justin McMahon here for you. Checking with Justin. He's driving that VR headset. Currently sitting in 18th place, down 5 spots from where he started tonight. Got a little bit of damage to that front of the car. A lot of rubber buildup all the way around it. I think you're going to see most of these cars with rubber, but right now, out by himself, not a good place to be. Looks like that Team BMP is bringing it down to the pits as I say that too.
Team BMP bringing it down pit road. Some of them already off of pit road. Andrew St. Cour, Gary Clune already off of pit road. Adam Gardner getting off right now. Same for Kevin Thompson. That is going to give you a new race leader, which is going to be Josh Cully. In there in that little 3-car pack being pushed by Nathan Lawrence. Going to have Raymond Rittenauer right behind him.
I don't know, they might time this up
Believe it.
perfectly where BMP can latch on if Josh Cully's able to get around them.
I was gonna say, you never know. They had a lot of ground to make up. It is going to be close. Bill Hull is going to be
They'll go around.
right there trying to
they
latch onto that pack, but he is going to be a lap down. We've got a couple of cars a lap down. Bill Hull going to be one lap down. Your first
Ooh.
car a lap down.
Lawrence almost to the outside of Cully there. And that's going to leave Rittenauer out to dry there in the 87 car on that top side.
Bill Hull going to catch back up onto the back end of the car right there. That is going to be Raymond Rittenauer that's going to be able to catch up to. Got a big pack form behind them, though, and not far back. Eric Warman leading that charge. Going to have Brent McCoy, Richard Leclerc, Mark Dumont, Jamie Horn, Kevin Hash, Bill Gentry. That is going to be 6th through 12th, and they are coming quickly to try to catch up to that lead pack right now. Kevin Thompson kind of out by himself right now in 13th. Adam Gardner going to be back there in that next pack. They're going to be about 13 seconds behind the race leader. It's going to be Adam Gardner. I believe that's going to be Tyler Millette up there as well. Brandon Lopez in that pack. Daniel Wilkerson as well. Justin McMahon kind of back by himself dealing with some damage, but he is going to be back there with the 82 car of Matthew Smith. Matthew Smith going to be 2 laps down right now. Justin McMahon still on the lead lap, but about 33 seconds behind.
I'm trying to see the split between this front pack here and the pack behind them, and it looks like it's about 2.3 seconds between Ray Rittenauer and Eric Warman. We'll keep an eye on that to see if it's going to close together or spread out. Just depends on how these packs decide to form up. But we know Team BMP really good at this whole pushing thing and drafting to the front.
Just heard Eric Warman come over the radio say, Richard, it's time to go get him. Give me a push. Richard said, how hard do you want me to push? Eric said, give me all you got. Eric Warman leading that second pack right now. He's going to have Richard Leclerc and Mark Dumont right behind him. Shout out to our friends that celebrate Boxing Day. Jamie Horn going to be in that mix as well. Kevin Hash also in that mix. Bill Gentry right in there in that number 4 car. Brent McCoy, who we talked to earlier after winning that Butt Kicker Gamer Plus, going to be in that mix as well. Still got some time left here on lap 92 of 113. Still got plenty of time left here in this race. And unless we have a caution, I don't think anybody's left that's going to need to pit.
Yeah, I think you're right. These guys have got to get a lot closer together and really get some aggressive pushing going on here. If they want to catch that front pack, I mean, they've already fallen back to about 2.94, so lost about 4 to 5 tenths on that last lap. Josh Cully out here leading this thing right now, up 18 spots in typical Josh Cully fashion, starting from the back, going to the front. Seen him do it time and time again, but I know that he would be okay if he wasn't leading this thing right now, maybe 2 or 3 spots behind.
It's a scary spot to be in. That second pack shuffled up a little bit. Richard Leclerc still out at the front of it. Mark Dumont going to be right behind him. Jamie Horn now going to be the 3rd car in line, giving the push to Mark Dumont. Then it's going to be Kevin Hash.
Dumont's got some
Just
good
heard Nathan
pushes going
Lawrence
there.
come over the radio. He really does. Just heard Nathan Lawrence come over the radio telling Josh Cully. Josh Cully kept sneaking up just about a half a lane going into the corners, and Nathan Lawrence coming over the radio to tell him to keep doing exactly that. Gives him a chance to dive down low and cool the car off a little bit so he can push him into the straight.
Yeah, it's kind of what we talked about earlier. First of all, it doesn't get you as tight under the bottom. The second, you can also get that car cooled off. Looks like they got it going on right now as they're still pulling away from that second pack. Now it's like Jamie Horner and Bill Gentry going to give it a try here as they're leading that second pack now. Eric Warman behind. These guys are going to group up. Brent McCoy there as well, trying to get really close in line.
They've got to start making some moves here. There is definitely still some time here. But you want to start getting a little bit closer. I mean, once you have this gap right now, they have about 4.5 seconds. It doesn't happen immediately. You still got to do some work here. So look to see them really trying to press up here over the next couple of laps. Same for that third pack back. You got Adam Gardner leading that one. Got Kevin Thompson, Tyler Millette, Brandon Lopez, Daniel Wilkerson in that mix right there. They're about 17 seconds back. They're in a good line, but they got to make up some ground here. Got Sean Thompson in the comments saying, I see a dang reindeer on the track. Call a caution, call a caution. Trying to get his boy Kevin back tight and back up there. I mean, we're on lap 96 of 113 at Dega. I mean, anything that pretty much do mean anything can still happen out here tonight, but we're seeing a really good performance out of this lead pack right now. As you see the lead pack go around, they're going to be going around Matthew Smith, and then it's going to put him 3 laps down. And they're going to put Justin McMahon 1 lap down. Another interesting thing is up there at the front of that pack, Bill Hull is right now. Bill Hull is a lap down as well. So Bill Hull actually in a position to get his lap back if we do come to a caution. Be Bill Hull, Justin McMahon, Gary Armija getting their lap back.
Yeah, and if I was a guessing man, I would say that there's probably going to be a caution. I hate to say it, but I just kind of have that feeling, that Talladega feeling, that Alabama feeling. There's going to be a caution. I think if we're going to put it on the dot, I think it's going to be with 7 to go. You know what? No, let's go 5 to go.
5 to go. So you think it's going to happen on 108? I can see it happening if this second pack gets caught up, because then you're really going to start seeing some people shuffle around, try to get into position, you know, because at that point you're starting to figure out where you exactly want to be at the end of this thing. But I mean, as of right now, that front pack is doing a fantastic job of staying together. Josh Cully, Nathan Lawrence, Andrew St. Cor, Gary Clune, Raymond Rittenhour are doing a perfect job up there in that top 5, maintaining their spot and been able to pull away or maintain their distance between a really fast group that's behind them. Front of that pack behind them is Jamie Horn, Bill Gentry, Eric Warman, Brent McCoy, got Richard Leclerc, Kevin Hash, Mark Dumont. Then you got Justin McMahon and Matthew Smith joining into that pack there. That second pack going to start to get a pretty good push here, you would have to think, but as of right now, nothing doing right this second.
I mean, that's textbook right there what those top 4 guys are doing right now. Beautiful. And I mean,
absolutely perfect.
The further you go back, the less important that push gets. I mean, Brent McCoy, yeah, you want to be on that bumper, but really 3 cars is sufficient. 4 is great. 5, I feel like really doesn't really add anything when you start getting 5 stacked up. It's going to be about the same outcome, but wouldn't hurt to try when you're down about 4 seconds.
I was going to say, that front pack still gaining time on the second pack. got some call outs in here from Tila22 announcer. Stop jinxing the race. We will try. We understand that there is a fine line between still broadcasting the race successfully and the broadcaster jinx. We've both been very guilty of that in the past, so we'll try to dance that line as best we can.
We understand there's a line, we just don't know where it's at.
Yeah,
it's
sure.
somewhere out there in the realm somewhere, but
that second line's gonna have to split up just a little bit. Looks like Bill Gentry got a little bit loose and told Eric Warman to go on ahead. BMAC also in the comments saying, well, Jonathan, I was going to wish you a Merry Christmas, but it just changed my mind.
I am getting cold for Christmas, but I will say if I would want to be in any spot right now, I would want to be exactly where Andrew St. Cyr and Gary Clune is right now. This gives you a good opportunity. You can push away from the packs behind you if you can, but also as you're coming around those final few laps, you're going to have enough speed to get a run and really just slingshot to the front if you're Andrew St. Cyr and Gary Clune.
I was about to say, you and me have talked about this before. I've asked you what's the best place to be on super speedways. You said third with 2 to go.
Yep, third with 2 to go is the place. I don't matter whether lie on that grade or that hill or whatever. That is the place to be in my opinion. You can kind of back off as these guys, what you're going to see, and I think Andrew St. Cyr will probably do it too if he stays here. As he comes around to this backstretch, he might hit the brakes coming out of turn 2. It's going to leave him a little bit of gap between him and Lawrence in front. He's able to draft up behind Lawrence down the backstretch and get a really solid run. Probably a good shout to his teammate to follow him behind him. And they'll take the outside coming out of 4 and try to win this thing.
I was going to say, that's another thing you have to consider, and this is absolutely zero disrespect to... Oh my God.
I missed it.
Up at the front of the second pack, Eric Warman was pushing Jamie Horn. Jamie Horn wobbles a little bit. And we have a caution flag come out. Jamie Horn around. Eric Warman going to take some damage. Bill Gentry going to take damage. Brent McCoy going to take damage. Well, that changes things.
Yeah, it looks like that bump caught him just there on the inside. We talked about that turn 4 being kind of difficult to bump through and puts the Grinch right there to the wall.
I think some guys definitely taking a little bit more damage than others there. But also think that some of those guys are definitely going to still have their fast repair, I think. Some of those guys should still have their fast repair, I think.
This is the time you save it for. See Jamie Horn flying through there, getting in his pit box. And he's going to use his fast repair right there, actually. Brandon Lopez coming in. I don't believe he has a fast repair. We saw him lead a few laps of this race. Taking some tires.
Sean Thompson in the comments. Blame it on Santa. 7 Alabama reindeer. Tila22, I told you. But that is going to switch things up a little bit here. Not at the front, though. Josh Cully still going to be out at the front of this thing in true Josh Cully fashion, starting in 19th in this race. Currently up in first. I was about to say, no disrespect at all to how Josh Cully and Nathan Lawrence have been working together, because they've been working together you could really honestly call it about perfect for about the last 20 laps here. But like you talked about, Andrew St. Cyr and Gary Clune, having a teammate behind you when you're in third place coming to the end of a super speedway race, I mean, some people say prayers for that kind of luck.
Yeah, I know this is kind of another thing we talked about, and we talked about it with some people up here in the broadcast after their wins. The place you want to be at, where will you want to be at most, coming like 5 to go on a restart. And for me personally, it is going to be the outside lane, row 2 or 3. Now, I can see where people can differ there, but outside lane, I think you can get a good push. You might be able to drop in if you want to, if you don't feel like you don't have to. But I mean, I think lane 2 on the outside is just a fantastic spot to be, especially if you can get a teammate behind you. Get a good push there to the front. But again, you don't want to make moves too early. Can't show your hand way too early. And then if you get out there in front, they can still pass you within a turn. So really, it's all about timing. We never made our picks to win the race. We are slacking tonight, coming back off of a little winter holiday Thanksgiving break, and didn't even make picks to win the race tonight.
I mean, we can make some late stage picks, and
it feels like cheating at this point, but I mean, I kind of have my picks already in my mind. And I mean, I kind of just hinted at it, but
I mean, you call it. Go ahead.
I think Gary Clune's in a really good spot. I think Kevin Hash is in a really good spot.
I would tend to agree completely with that statement, but yeah, I think you may have said it a little bit too well there. So while I agree with that fully, I will go to the other side of that and
I mean, there's 9 to go, so I mean, anything can shuffle out and things can change.
I would say that there's still a lot of shuffling that can happen at this rate, so I'll go a little bit further back. I will. I'm gonna go Tyler Millette, who's currently sitting in 10th place. I think maybe Tyler Millette can get it done. I know he's very, very fast at super speedways, so I can definitely see Tyler Millette getting up there and getting a good push and getting things done. But as for right now, regardless of what our opinions are, Talladega still has a little bit to go with our drivers here tonight in the Merry Christmas 300 at Talladega. Once again, thank you so much to everybody who's joined us here tonight. It has been a super, super fun night. We were talking before, we knew this was going to be a long race, but it kind of seemed like it's flown by. We've had so much fun, but regardless of what we think, regardless of what Talladega thinks, right now the catbird seat belongs to Josh Cully and Nathan Lawrence, who are going to be bringing us to the green flag here, lap 106, when we cross the stripe of 113 that we're going to be doing here tonight. Really good jump for that low side, and Josh Cully. Nathan Lawrence got a good jump, but he doesn't have any help behind him. Look at that low side go. Goodness. And there you're starting to see him separate out. And look who it is separating out. You got Gary Clune going to the high side. You got Kevin Thompson going to the high side. Josh Cully still being pushed by Andrew St. Cyr. You know Andrew St. Cyr is going to want to get out there with his teammates. Nathan Lawrence able to get onto the bumper of Kevin Thompson. They're getting a really good push. Gary Clune goes all the way to the outside.
And he ain't got no help. He's going to have to fall back in, try to squeeze in. Not going to be able to get there in front of Kevin Hash.
Doesn't have the help right now. Adam Gardner there to catch him. Raymond Rittenauer out to the front, being pushed by Kevin Thompson for the time being.
Brett McCoy
Josh
through the
Cully.
middle.
What a move there by Brent McCoy. Daniel Wilkerson also going to be coming up through the middle. He's going to be trying to catch up to the bumper of Bill Hull. That middle lane has some gas right now. They're going to tighten back up. Big block from Kevin Thompson. On Brent McCoy right there. They're going to close back down. Nathan Lawrence out on the high side. He's going to have Kevin Hash behind him. Nathan Lawrence trying to get back down with nowhere to go. Gary Clune also caught in that outside lane. Team BMP gets split up. Gary Clune and Adam Gardner forced to go back towards the back. Raymond Rittenauer goes to the low side. Kevin Thompson now on the high side. He pushed by Brent McCoy. Robert Lawrence in the comments. 97 car looks good out front. Let's go. Nathan Lawrence currently sitting about 4th in line there on the high side. High side starting to get some momentum moving. Kevin Thompson goes to the low side in front of Brandon. Actually, I think that kind of lost him a little bit of momentum as you see a big push down the low side. Raymond Rittenauer getting a really good push there from Josh Cully. Number 12, Andrew St. Cour, 3rd in line there on the low side. Mark Dumont going to be right behind him. Outside lane starts to get moving a little bit more again. Gary Clune's going to be in the wall behind everybody else. Able to save it, but lost a lot of momentum there. He's now going to be on the high side. He's going to be 3 wide with Richard Leclerc and Kevin Hash. He's going to be forced to drop back in line. Daniel Wilkerson goes low, drops back in line.
Ooh, good bump there by St. Cour trying to get that line going in the bottom.
Starting to see him split out a little bit. Looks like Nathan Lawrence went to the outside. Might have been a little bit too quick to go out. No one wanting to go with him just yet. He's going to have to tuck back in the line right in front of Adam Gardner.
Oh, Jamie
that
Horn.
line starts to get shaky. Jamie Horn.
No caution.
There goes the caution. Lap 110 of 113.
If you are just tuning in, I see 29 people sitting here. This is the time to tune in. You got about 3 minutes to grab whatever you need because it's going to get spicy here at the very end.
This is where Talladega gets fun. We've had a fun race all night long. I know I was just talking about it, but now's the time. If you need to refill that popcorn bowl, you need to pop another tab on the can, you need to go warm up the milk for the hot chocolate, whatever you need to do, finish the snickerdoodles. Now is the time to tune in. We now have some shuffling up at the front. Jamie Horn, always a tough competitor here in the Doghouse Racing League. Involved in that late caution there. I believe there were some other cars involved as well, if I'm not mistaken. I think they were able to avoid most of the damage.
Let's check.
But it is still going to be...
Right here with Jamie Horn, that 48 car, trying to go to the middle there. Gets into St. Cour. Spins it. We just saw Jamie Horn take that fast repair, so he does not have a fast repair left, so he will have to sit there and repair that car. I don't think it's going to be a ton of damage. It's not going to be cost me the race damage, I don't think, but definitely starting in the back with green, white checker, 2 to go. Not ideal.
Yeah, Jamie Horn definitely took a little bit of damage off that wall there. Honestly, great job by Andrew St. Cour there, because he was kind of sliding down right along with Andrew St. Cour and Jamie Horn were kind of sliding down together, and that would have been a very, very easy slide for Andrew St. Cour to end up just plowing the wall there, but able to save it. I would be absolutely shocked if we see anybody go down pit road here unless you have to fix some damage. It looks like Gary Clune. Looks like Gary Clune and Jamie Horn are going to be our only two takers for pit road, which means we are going to give our run at a green, white, checkered here. What else could you ask for the Merry Christmas 300 here in the Doghouse Racing League, only on Doghouse Racing TV? Kevin Thompson, Raymond Rittenhour, Brent McCoy, Eric Warman, Josh Cully, Bill Hull, Mark Dumont, Nathan Lawrence, Adam Gardner, and Bill Gentry going to be your top 10 as we give this thing one shot at a green, white, checkered once we get everybody back in line here, following our 7th caution of the night here. Still have 27 people here in the stream, so just want to say again, thank you so much to everybody who joined in to watch this race. It has been an absolute pleasure. Me and John were honored to be picked out to be the broadcasters for this Merry Christmas 300. It has been an absolute blast. Able to dust the microphone off a little bit, get back here in the booth. It has been a ton of fun. So thank you both to everyone who has joined us back during the regular season. If we've got anybody new in here, I know we got some new viewers in here tonight. Thank you so much. It has been an actual pleasure to be up here broadcasting this Merry Christmas 300. You got Tila22 saying, such a good race. Great job, everyone, and Merry Christmas. BMAC, it has certainly been a great race. Merry Christmas, Jonathan and Hunter. Looking forward to next season. We still got a little bit of racing left to go. We're going to grid them back up and try to give this thing one shot at a green, white, checkered to see who is going to be the champion of the Merry Christmas 300 here at Talladega. We do still have a couple more prizes to give out. I know they're going to be deciding internally who had the best Christmas card and who had the best ugly sweater car. But reminder that the winner of the race tonight will also get a free custom paint from Nap Daddy Racing. By Nap Daddy Racing, of course, I mean that John will make them a paint since I can't do that, but yeah, same difference. We're going to get them gridded back up here. We're going to give this thing one shot at a green, white checker before we get back to racing again. Just wanted to wish everybody out there very Merry Christmas, very happy holiday season. We will not be back live here either on Doghouse Racing TV or on the Nap Daddy Racing channel until after the new year. So I hope everyone has a very safe, happy, and healthy Christmas and holiday season and has a happy new year. Hope that Sandy Claus brings you everything that you ever wished for.
And while you're mentioning Santa Claus over there, give a big old shout out to Trackside NASCAR Outlet. If you're looking for some last minute gift ideas for your fellow racing friends, that is the place to go. And I've said it before during the season, this is an easy company to broadcast for, and this is not an ad read because y'all know I don't do the ad reads, but easy company to broadcast for because they have a ton of good deals. And I'm honestly not even reading off a paper. I have like 4 or 5 diecasts sitting in front of me that I've got for almost half off on some of the sales that they do. So definitely worth checking it out. Tell them that Doghouse sent you over. Big shout out to them. Thank you for their sponsor tonight. And also to Butt Kicker, been a long time sponsor of the Doghouse Racing League. We appreciate them for sponsoring us tonight here on Doghouse Racing TV. Yeah, I let you do the ad reads, but I've said it before. When Trackside NASCAR, when they post those deals on their Facebook page, you gotta get them. Cannot beat them.
You gotta jump on it, but something else you're gonna have to jump on is this restart here as the pace car makes that final left-hand turn for the last time. We are about to get back to racing at Talladega one more time.
It's about to get crazy.
It's about to get fun here. Kevin Thompson leading them to the green flag. Ray Rittenhour, Brent McCoy, Eric Warman, Josh Cully, Bill Hull, all there in that top 6. They're going to be fighting for it here. Kevin Thompson. Brent McCoy gets to the bumper. Ray Rittenhour looking for somebody to catch him out there on the outside. Eric Warman's there. Nathan Lawrence giving a big push right now to Bill Hull, trying to get caught up to make a run.
Here we go.
Big push on from Bill Hull onto Raymond Rittenauer. Nathan Lawrence trying to take it all the way to the outside, making the third lane.
Ooh, little loose there.
Big jump to the outside for Josh Cully. He's going to be pushed by Eric Warman. Ray Rittenauer is going to be behind him. Kevin Thompson's going to be on the low side with Brent McCoy. Josh Cully with a big jump out to the front, 3 wide. They take the white flag, so we are done. Everybody stacked up, everybody pushing for the win. Josh Cully leading the race. Kevin Thompson right behind him. Kevin Thompson goes to the low side. He wants the outside on top of Raymond Rittenauer.
He's there. Oh, that's
They're wrecking behind him. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Josh Cully being pushed by Mark Dumont. Kevin Thompson down on the low side, looking for a push from Adam Gardner. Raymond Rittenauer. Kevin Thompson going to go around. Adam Gardner going to stack up. It's going to be a parking lot behind him.
Look at Rittenauer.
Mark Dumont going to give it one last push. Rittenauer going to go to the outside. Josh Cully getting a great push from Mark Dumont. It's not going to matter. Josh Cully, your champion of the Merry Christmas 300 at Talladega.
Man, it got spicy there at the end.
If that's not the Talladega finish you were looking for, I don't know what else we can do for you. What a run there at the end. Absolutely classic Talladega racing. Congratulations to Josh Cully on his win here in the Merry Christmas 300. Gonna have a Nap Daddy Racing paint coming his way if he so chooses. Mark Dumont gonna come home here in second place. Really great racing by him there at the end. Brent McCoy, great race for him. Oh, we're spinning out on the backstretch. Brent McCoy gonna finish in third place here tonight. Great race for him overall. Bill Hull started in fourth, finished in fourth. Don't see that too often at Talladega, but Bill Hull managed to make it happen. Ray Rittenauer going to come home in fifth. Brandon Lopez in sixth. Gary Clune seventh. Jamie Horn eighth. Richard Leclerc ninth. And Tyler Millette going to round it out in 10th place. And I definitely had a big shuffle there at the end with that big pile up behind him. But Josh Cully going to be able to pull up to the checkered flag. Going to be able to burn it down as he well deserved and earned. Congratulations once again to our top three, Josh Cully, Mark Dumont, and Brent McCoy. Don't change that dial. We are going to be getting our interviews with our top three here in just a second. Sean Thompson in the comments saying, bah humbug. B-Mac, congratulations to the winners and Merry Christmas to everyone. Merry Christmas to you as well, B-Mac. Josh Cully still out there burning it down. We will be getting over to our interviews with your top three here in just 1 second. Once again, just wanted to give a huge shout out to everyone at home for tuning in, joining in with us on this fine Thursday evening for the Merry Christmas 300 here on Doghouse Racing TV. It was an absolute pleasure to be bringing this thing to you all. We were very proud to be chosen as the broadcaster for this thing. It was a ton of fun. Looking forward to the regular season for the Cup Series starting back up on Thursday night come January time, but we will get right over to our interviews here in just 1 second.
Yeah, while we pull these guys up, we're going to take a quick break, try to get these guys up here and get you your final results, and we will be right back. And we are back. Just want to put this replay here. Still waiting for a few people to get in here into the booth as we come right here to turn 3 of this race. Main thing to watch out for here, we're looking at Kevin Thompson there in that 13 car on the low side, leading that lower pack. Coming into turn 3, Adam Garner right behind him. That's going to be Brandon Lopez behind him as well. I don't know if it was the bump or if he just kind of got high a little bit, but Gardner, as low as he can go, gets underneath him just a little bit. Man, that's just hard pushing trying to get to the end, but that's going to collect a lot of guys there. Daniel Wilkerson, Nathan Lawrence. Wilkerson on his hood. That's Eric Warman there too, collected in that. We'll see if we can ride along with Daniel Wilkerson here. Kind of get his vantage point. And able to stick the landing, Daniel Wilkerson there. Don't think he has any steering left in that car, though. Not able to make it to the finish. Still got
and those ones are those ones are the terrifying ones. I was doing an official the other night at Monza and got aero loose, and I'm pretty sure my car disintegrated. And from the inside, and when you're wearing headphones and everything, it's loud. If it doesn't get your adrenaline pumping just a little bit, I really don't know what would.
Yeah, absolutely, man. But I do have Brent McCoy, your third place finisher, sitting here in the waiting room waiting for us here. So we'll pull him up. And Hunter, I'll let you take this one. Brent, you got a copy of this in the booth?
I got you guys. How about that?
What a finish, man. Brent, you got Hunter up here in the booth. That was a pretty crazy finish, man. Talk to us about what you were thinking during that last couple laps when we come to the green-white checkered, when that caution came out. We were up here in the booth going, oh, Lord, this just got spicy. Talk to me about if you had any strategy or what you were trying to do there in the last couple laps.
All gas, no brake, man. That's it. That's why I run a low steering ratio, so it's not as twitchy. That's why I keep that pedal smashed. That's why I drink those soda pops. All right. It was good. You know, the goal is exhibition race, right? Like race, have a little fun, feel everyone out. Good way to end the season or start the season, depending on how you want to say or do. Yeah, it was just try to get to the front, and me and Eric Warman were talking earlier and trying to figure out a plan. And before that last caution, it's kind of like the seas just parted for us to make our way back up there in the front. And then towards the end, you know, I probably could have done something a little differently to try to fend off the winner there. But it was good. It was fun. It was a long race, but it was very enjoyable.
It was definitely enjoyable for us up here in the booth, man. I have to ask, you know, it's an exhibition race, so I'm feeling a little bit more free up here. But how many of the soda pops were you able to get through before the race was over?
Well, I had 4 done within the first like 25 laps, and let me tell you, I thought it was going to be a struggle. All right, like so I was averaging probably 1 a caution, and that was not ideal. My bladder's not feeling too well right now. I've had a couple more since then. My eyes are a little funny. But hey, some say it helped me race today. I don't know what. I'm not a doctor, but
Hey, man, some would say, and that's all it really takes, and that's all that really matters. But before we let you get out of here, again, congratulations on the third place finish here tonight. What a way to tee up the upcoming season here in January. But any sponsors or shout outs you want to give before we get you out of here?
No, man, just thank you for you guys for doing this. I know a week and a half before the holiday season. Merry Christmas, happy holidays to all the fans out there. And it's going to be a good year. It's going to end on a good year. Next year's going to be a great year for everyone. Just have fun and let's enjoy life. What do you say?
Sounds like a plan to me, man. Merry Christmas. Happy holidays to you and yours. Hope you have a very happy new year. Hope Sandy Claus brings you everything you want. And we'll talk to you come January for the new Cup Series season.
All right. I'll see you guys there. Have a good night.
Take care, man. Be good.
That's going to be Brent McCoy coming home in third place tonight. I still don't have a Mark Dumont up here in the booth.
Dumont said that he needed to get pulled up.
Dumont said he needed to get pulled up?
Yep.
We'll see if we pull Mark Dumont up here. Mark, you got a copy of us in the booth?
Yes, I do.
Hey, man, congratulations on finishing in P2 tonight. You're having some good pushes all night. Talk to us about this track and how that car was handling to the end of that race.
The car was very good, and I had the buddy almost all the race, the number 7. He was with me almost all the race, and I just missed a bit, too short at the end of 9, but Josh did a good job.
Yeah, I was going to ask you, coming out of 4 there, was there any thought of trying to go high a little bit earlier, or maybe even trying to do a low shot, or were you worried that nobody's going to go with you?
I was afraid to stand alone, so I went as long as I could with someone before trying to do anything.
Absolutely, man. It's kind of the gamble you have to take at these super speedways if you want to finish in second or jump out and nobody goes with you and end up in the back. I've definitely been there before,
Exactly.
so I understand. But
Oh, yeah.
love the Grinch car that you got tonight. It was a great one for tonight. I love the lights that you got on it too. But what are you looking forward to most for next season coming up?
Well, I had a blast with that bunch of guys. They're a good bunch of guys. So I anticipate next year to be a good one.
Absolutely, man. Before I let you go, any sponsors or shout outs you want to give?
No, not really.
Sounds good, man. Well, good talking to you. Looking forward to talking to you more coming up here next season as we start this new Cup season coming up. But hope you have a good Christmas and have a safe Christmas. And if you plan on doing any traveling or anything, and looking forward to talking to you next season.
All right. Thank you very much. Bye.
Yes, sir. Have a good one. That's going to be Mark Dumont finishing in second place tonight. And I definitely get it, trying to figure out if you want to jump out. Nobody's going to go with you. You're going to lose spots, so you got to be more okay with risking it for first place or just staying in second. But good call by Mark finishing in second place tonight for the Merry Christmas 300. But coming up next, I do have Josh Cully. Josh, you got a copy of us in the booth?
Hello?
Got a copy with us, Josh?
Hey, I got you.
All right, man, congratulations on P1 tonight. Come home in first place. Led a lot of, I don't know if you were actually you were leading a little bit in front of Nathan Lawrence there for a little bit. Were you a bit nervous when you saw that you were leading all those laps? Would you rather be further back, or is first place the way to be?
I rode around the back, and then once we got to that stage where it was kind of a fuel mileage consumption type deal, it was kind of hard to get track position if you were way back there. So I kind of started just working my way up to the front, and it was okay up front. You were just, he was nervous about getting bumped and you might get spun, but held on to it somehow. I got to thank Mark for sticking with me there. I was surprised he didn't make a move, but he stuck with me at the end there, and Ray as well. He helped me out quite a bit, so it was pretty fun. I didn't expect to win, but just because it's Talladega, but it's always cool when it works out.
Yeah, I think that's kind of the thing with Talladega is most people just get surprised when they end up winning because you expect to get wrecked every time. At least I do. I come in here knowing that I'm going to get wrecked and get happy when I get 5th place or something like that. But you're able to come in here and pull out the win tonight. I think you are up 18 spots from where you started at, which is very characteristic of your driving style here. Will we see Josh Cully qualify more next season?
Yeah, I think next season I'll give it a go just to help represent the team a little bit and stuff. So, yeah, next season I think I'll qualify quite a bit and try to do the best I can for the team.
Which, if I must say so myself, that sounds very dangerous for all the other drivers out there if you're able to pull up that much throughout the race. So, if you're starting out front, I can't imagine what's going to happen next season. So, put the league on notice here. But before I let you go, I was going to ask about next season. What are you looking forward to most? What are you looking to bring to the table?
I can hope, podiums. I want to get podiums. Top fives are always good. Um, just try to avoid those DNFs. Those will really hurt you. So, we can have a bad day and still come home with a top 10. That's the main goal. And then I want to represent for my team and the guys that host the league and try to put on a good show for those guys. So, those are the goals, I guess.
Absolutely, man. Well, while we're talking about teams and shouting them out, any sponsors or shout outs you would like to give?
Just Loud Pedal Racing and Doghouse. Jamie and Daniel, they put in a ton of work and it really shows, the quality of the league is top notch. So it's tough to get a win with these guys, and when you do, it's pretty cool.
Yes, sir. Well, congratulations again on first place in the Merry Christmas 300, and looking forward to talking to you more next season.
All right, guys. Thanks for broadcasting. Merry Christmas, everybody, and see you next year, probably.
Yes, sir. Merry Christmas. Have a good one.
Thank you.
That's going to be Josh Cully finishing P1 tonight, and I'm not sure if he wants an interview, but we're going to pull up Eric Orman because I wanted to talk to him earlier. Eric, you got a copy of us in the booth?
Give me a second.
Oh, yes, sir. Trying to pull up Eric Warman here, who won our first spin of the night. He's going to get a little prize there from Trackside NASCAR Outlet. Special shout out to our sponsors there.
Well, what do you suggest to get it?
Do you get to pick any car?
I don't have any clue.
Oh.
I didn't even know there was any sort of drawing.
Yeah, you were. We took our spin. You were the first winner of the night, and I think I was told that you were going with the Trackside NASCAR Outlet, which is a good choice. I love those guys over there at Trackside NASCAR Outlet with the diecast. I'm not sure if you're into collecting the diecast, but is it a 1 in 24 hunter? Or not 1 in 24, but 124?
No, it is a 124 ARC standard finish diecast.
And if they let you pick,
Nice.
man, they've got a good collection over there. So congratulations on that. I want to talk to you a little bit about that wreck there at the end. Kind of got caught up in it. Give us your thoughts on how the race went in general up until that point.
Oh, we were just having fun with it. I honestly surprised that, what was it, from lap 106 to like 108, we drove through the center of everybody, and just seems like the seas parted for us, and we just kind of drove right up there to the front. I'm really shocked on that, but it was pretty fun.
Yeah, I think it was Brent McCoy that was up there at the front, kind of got offline a little bit, fell back through the center. I believe it was you that picked him up, and y'all were able to just push right back up to the front. Was there a line that was working better for you tonight? Middle line, high line, low line?
Well, I knew on the fix setup before this last update, the cars were the best place to be was up high, so we just kind of took the where everybody else wasn't going to go, so that's where I went. And then that last wreck, it just felt like somebody hit the Jake brake, and we were stopped.
Yeah, I saw Daniel Wilkerson flap on his hood there, so maybe he needs to get checked out in that medical center tent there. But yeah, it was a good race, man. Talladega is always a toss-up. I hate to call it a lottery because it's not really a lottery, but it feels like a lottery to make it out alive sometimes and survive with 4 tires underneath you. But coming into next season, what are you looking forward to most for next season in Doghouse Racing League?
Just to have some fun. That's all I'm looking for. I hope we can do pretty good. But I'm not sure exactly what all my schedule is going to allow me to do. So we're just going to have fun with it, see what we can do with it, and Lord willing, we get our first win in the Cup Series, but get close, but just can't ever seem to get over that hump.
Yeah, I think you are due, man. You've been knocking on the door for a while. You got the car to do it, got the skill to do it too. And especially with a great group around you like this. I mean, it's a tough battle, but I think you've got the skill and the cars to do it. So looking forward to seeing you get one next year. But before I let you go, any sponsor shout outs you want to give?
I definitely want to thank my wife, first and foremost, our Lord Savior, Jesus Christ, my wife, for letting me do this. Thank you for Daniel for putting this on. Thank you for all the sponsors that kicked in stuff. Like I said, I've been so busy the last 2 months with stuff. I didn't even know there was spins or giveaways. We were just in here to have some fun and support the league. And I want to thank you guys for doing the broadcast, and definitely want to thank Premier for taking us on board for a house driver. And if you guys are looking for setups, open setups, check them out. You get 2 builders for the next gen cars. And if the end of the last season didn't show you, they're definitely starting to bring a lot of speed, because I don't think, besides getting wrecked out, I was outside the top 5 since I joined them.
Yeah, absolutely, man. Well, yeah, congratulations on that spin tonight, getting that win, going home with some trackside NASCAR outlet stuff. Definitely a good one to pick there. And looking forward to talking to you more next season.
Yeah, thank you guys. And so were you thinking of Gollum when you put that on the back of Jamie's car?
No, I was actually trying to figure out the best quotes from the Grinch, and I actually looked up 35 top quotes from the Grinch, and it gave me a lot of bad ones, and that was the best one. So I went with that one.
Well, I was wondering if that was a threat or a warning. I think I gave him a 4X, so I guess we'll find out, right?
Yeah, I mean, he's going to hunt you down and gut you like a fish. That's what Jim Carrey said he would do, so Jamie Horn might do the same thing.
Hey, he's going to have to come a long ways.
Yes, sir. Well, anyways, man, have a great night and a Merry Christmas to you and the whole family, and looking forward to seeing you next year.
Yeah, you guys have a Merry Christmas, and you guys take care.
All right, man. Have a good one.
You as well.
It's going to be Eric Warman. He's finishing 13th place tonight, but walking away with some of that NASCAR trackside outlet stuff. Brent McCoy, we talked to him a little bit earlier, taking home the butt kicker prize. Want to give a very special shout out. Thank you so much to the sponsors that make this league happen and contribute to stuff like this. If you're looking to get involved and want to throw in a sponsorship of yourself, whether it be a prize or some monetary value, make sure you reach out to one of the admins. You got Jamie Horn, Daniel Wilkerson, Bill Gentry, Tyler Millette, I believe. And if not, just reach out to us, and we can definitely get you in touch with the right people to try to sponsor the league. It's a good league to sponsor, and I think the numbers tonight showed that it was pretty worth it to have your name brand out there, especially if you're trying to reach that iRacing community or that community that has anything to do with your business. Got some good reach there and growing every single race. But before we get out of here, let me cycle through these final results for you. Coming home in first place tonight, Josh Cully. Second place, Mark Dumont, Brent McCoy, Bill Hull in fourth, Raymond Rittenhauer the second. In fifth, Brandon Lopez 6th, Gary Clune 7, Jamie Horn 8th, Richard Leclerc in 9th. Got Gary Tyler Millette in 10th. I'm sorry about skipping the name. Gary Amijo 11th, Andrew St. Cour 12th, Eric Warman 13th. Coming on 14th, Nathan Lawrence, Kevin Thompson 15th, Adam Gardner 16th. Bill Gentry is going to be 17th. 18th is going to be Daniel Wilkerson. We shuffle on back here just a little bit more. Coming home in 19th, Kevin Hash, Matthew Smith in 20th, Just McMahon 21st, Tony Martin 22nd, Michael Samia in 23rd place for the Merry Christmas 300. Hunter, give me your thoughts.
Man, it was fun. It was, I know we kind of talked before the race. It was just like, man, this is going to be a long race. We're going to be here a long time. But honestly, it seemed like it flew by. It was so much fun racing. Really cool to see Josh Cully get the W here tonight. We always see him moving up through the pack, and to be able to get the win in the Merry Christmas 300 is really cool to see. Mark Dumont, what a night for him, and Brent McCoy such a strong night all night long. Unfortunate for a lot of these guys who had really good cars all night long who weren't able to finish up near the front just because that last, kind of big caution that we had. Jamie Horn got caught up in a couple of them. Andrew St. Cord, Nathan Lawrence, Kevin Thompson, all of those guys were so fast all night long and just not able to be up there near the front at the end. But ton of fun, man. Just kind of reminds you how much fun this broadcasting thing is. So just once again, shout out to Doghouse Racing to give us our first kind of big broadcasting opportunity, and we love doing it, and we were honored to be picked up for the Merry Christmas 300, and very, very happy to be coming back for next season for the Cup Series, and looking forward to everything that's going to come to be for next season, man. It's going to be a good time. I'm excited. Again, like you said, shout out to Trackside NASCAR Outlet and to Butt Kicker for stepping up and giving away some cool stuff for the race tonight. But just looking forward to next season, and it's going to be a good time. Thank you to everybody for tuning in. The viewership was insane tonight. The comments were so much fun. It was just really, really cool night.
Absolutely. And one last time before we get out of here, I want to give a big shout out to our sponsors tonight, Butt Kicker. If you're looking for the best in gaming haptics, I'm trying to go off memory here, check out Butt Kicker. That's about all I got for that read right off the top of memory. Would you like to do the ad read for me?
Yeah, I can do that. So, once again, shout out to Butt Kicker for stepping up and being a sponsor for tonight, giving away that Butt Kicker Gamer Plus for tonight. Butt Kicker, the very best in sim racing haptics, trusted by not only professionals but the everyday driver as well. You can check out their website, thebuttkicker.com. I can promise you, if you pick up something over there, you will not be sorry in any capacity. Butt Kicker's been a longtime friend and sponsor of the Doghouse Racing League, and we are very, very thankful to them. So shout out to Butt Kicker. Also very thankful to have the sponsorship of Trackside NASCAR Outlet tonight. Thank you to them for stepping up and giving away the 124th ARC Standard finished diecast for the gifts tonight. Trackside NASCAR Outlet is a licensed Lionel Racing dealer. They also offer products from Wingcraft, Capsmith, Brand Art Helmet, United Lifestyle, and JH Designs. They have a full line of diecasts, Cup, Xfinity, Craftsman Truck Series, as well as a lot of other merchandise, driver t-shirts, full-size, mini replicas, decals, everything NASCAR. You can check them out on their website at tracksidenascaroutlet.com, or you can visit their actual store at 132 North Carlton Street in Farina, Illinois. Be sure to check them out. Trackside NASCAR Outlet, also longtime friend and sponsor of the Doghouse Racing League. John is a customer, so thank you to them once again for stepping up for a giveaway tonight. And then shameless self-promo at the end of the night before we get out of here and get everyone on to the rest of their Thursday evening. Josh Kelly going to get a custom paint from Nap Daddy Racing. For those that don't know, myself and John make up Nap Daddy Racing. We don't just do the broadcasting. It was originally started as an iRacing design shop. We have expanded to try to be your one-stop shop for any and all of your iRacing needs. Check out the website, napdaddyracing.com, for any and all of your custom design, template, or logo needs. Be sure to grab some of the free content that's available on the website as well. We're always running sales on templates. And even if you're not into iRacing, you can grab a t-shirt, grab a hat, grab a sticker, help support the brand. You can find us on Doghouse Racing TV on Thursday nights for the Cup Series coming back in January. You can find us on our own YouTube channel, Nap Daddy Racing, on Monday nights for the second season of the Nap Daddy Racing League coming on Mondays in January. Live on TikTok as often as we can. Once again, can't say enough how proud we are to be a part of the Doghouse Racing League. It's been a super fun night, and we're going to get out of here. But just, again, want to wish everyone a very, very Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, Happy New Year. Hope Sandy Claus brings you everything that you ever wanted. Hope it's the best Christmas ever, that it's safe and happy and healthy for all of you and your families at home. But that's about all I got, bud.
I think you said it all right there. Just, again, a lot of good racing tonight, a lot of fun. I wasn't super excited, I'm not going to lie. Let's be transparent for a second. I was very thankful for the break, but now I'm kind of ready to get back to it. get back to watching some good racing here on Thursday nights coming up next season. But in the meantime, if you're missing some Doghouse Racing action, you can check them out on Intensity Broadcasting on Tuesday nights. That starts at 7:45 on YouTube. Josh over there at Intensity Broadcasting does a fantastic job, and we kind of take a lot of notes from him. You might see a lot of us in his broadcast, or you see a lot of our broadcast in his broadcast, I guess, the other way around. You know what I'm saying? we take a lot of notes from him, so very thankful for Josh over there. Intensity does a very good job, and the boys over there on Tuesday nights do fantastic racing if you want to see more action there. But yeah, I'm really looking forward to getting started this group of guys next season. It's going to be a lot of fun. Got a lot of things planned with the Nap Daddy side, and trying to get some more overlays and some more quality broadcasts brought to you at home. But with that said, I think that's going to be just about it for us tonight. So for the final time tonight, I have been John.
And I've been Hunter.
And we will see you guys next time.
Take care, everyone. Merry Christmas.
As winter settles across the South, a familiar holiday magic awakens. Here at Talladega, the season is celebrated a little differently, with horsepower, harmony, and the spirit of Christmas. Because even in the season of giving, winning is still the greatest gift. Merry Christmas from the Doghouse Racing League to you.